Hello and happy weekend. Hopefully my mic is on. Yep, it's on. Cool. So you will see that the screen is blank right now. That's because as soon as I open this game up, it is going to take a sweater away from me. It is going to start its intro like immediately. So that's why it's not pulled up yet. So I'm going to do that now so that the game can explain itself, and then we'll dive in. So bear with me 1 second while I get it pulled up. And it should be here in a second. There we go.
The second I stepped off the train into the city of Vaudeville, I could feel the weight of its melancholy in the air. Even the drizzle that clung to the city's grimy cobblestones felt a shade darker than your everyday downpour. Vaudeville was a city of high stakes and low morals where vice and virtue danced a wicked waltz. Street lamps, flickering like burnt-out stars, were the only guide through the maze of rain-soaked alleyways and whispering shadows. My name's Martini. Detective, troubleshooter, and a lousy sucker for hard luck stories. This wasn't my first circus, but this act was a 3-ring special. 3 murders, no leads, and a city on the brink of bedlam. The victims were as different as chalk and cheese, each a symbol of the city's vibrant veneer. A young dancer who moved like poetry in motion, her life cut short mid-pirouette. The socialite, a woman who knew the city's pulse better than anyone else. And then there was the businessman, the embodiment of Vaudeville's promises of progress, snuffed out like a candle in the wind. The usual peace in Vaudeville was off-kilter, replaced by the discordant notes of fear and suspicion. Strangers viewed each other through wary eyes, neighbors turned to strangers, and every shadow seemed to hold a secret. The once vibrant city had become a stage, the curtain drawn on a grim play of mystery and murder. In a city without harmony, the police chief was the conductor trying to keep the orchestra in tune. Gretzky was his name, a seasoned cop with a granite jaw and a heart that had seen better days. There was a stark tension, a raw fear that danced like St. Elmo's fire in his eyes. Whatever was happening in Vaudeville had Gretzky out of his depth, and that was a sight I'd never thought I'd see. If anyone could make sense of this twisted tale, it would be him. I'd better head to the police station and have a chat with Gretzky for starters.
All right. So there we have it, Vaudeville. This game, it's still in early access, so I suspect some oddities. It's almost entirely AI based in terms of the characters in the game and how they interact with you and everything. So it's a little janky, but that should make it more interesting. So yeah, the challenge this time, let me reset this thing. How do you reset this thing? Anyways, I've got one of these little clicker doodads that they tend to use at like concerts and stuff. So the goal is to use as few words as possible. So I'm going to be talking in a lot of incomplete sentences. I just gotta figure out how to reset it. Brandon, how do you reset this thing? Never mind, figured it out. Hold on. Yeah, I tried that and it didn't work. There's like this switchy thing on the side. I had to scroll to all zeros. So this is what's gonna be keeping track of my word count as I go. Whoops, I got stuck there. Let me know if the game volume needs to be adjusted at all. I did do a test run beforehand and tried to adjust it, but let me know if it needs any more adjusting. And we'll see how this goes. I assume it's going to be really wonky. This is my first time playing. I've just seen other people play. All right. Let me go to the notebook here. All right, go to the police station and ask Chief Gretzky about the murders. Okay. So this is the police station right here. Also, I am going to try to use mic for my interactions with the characters. As long as it works okay, we'll go that way. If it starts going wonky, then I'll turn the mic off and just type in my stuff. So we'll see how far we get. police station. Okay, here's Chief Gretzky. So you'll see there's a mic icon here. This is just to make sure that I can turn the mic off when I'm talking to you guys so that he doesn't think I'm talking to him. Man, this guy looks like he's been upon rough times. All right, so let me think about how I gotta word this. What about the murders?
Well, Detective Martini, I must say these murders have certainly caught my attention. It's a shame that such brutal attacks have taken place in our beloved Vaudeville. As for the causes of their deaths, I'm afraid I don't have all the details just yet. We'll need to speak with the coroner to get a clearer picture of what happened. It's crucial that we gather as much information as possible to solve these cases.
Holy crap, I can't take anything he's saying seriously. Wow. Ooh, AI, you've done a number. Okay, I couldn't even pay attention. Same as for the cause of death, don't have all the details. We'll need to speak to the coroner to get a clear picture of what happened. It's crucial that we gather. Okay, where is coroner?
The coroner. Are you referring to the corner of a street, or perhaps a specific location?
No,
in town?
coroner.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Darn it.
Could you please clarify?
Where is the coroner?
Yeah, the coroner. My
There we go.
apologies for the confusion, Detective Martini. The coroner can be found at the morgue, which is located just a few blocks away from here. If you head down Main Street and take a left at the second intersection, you'll see the morgue on your right-hand side. I believe the autopsy report you're looking for should be ready by now. Good luck with your investigation, and let me know if you uncover anything significant.
All right, so Main Street. Main Street. Is there something that says Main Street? Oh, it actually says morgue. I didn't even need to ask where it was. It was right there on the map. Oh well. You sure you should be working here, or should you be on the table? My goodness, what is going on with your face? Your pallor is, you don't look so good. All right. Autopsy report?
Well, detective, based on the autopsies I conducted on the bodies of Nicola Grossman, Maria Jansen, and Haley Greenwood, I can provide you with a summary of my findings. Nicola Grossman's cause of death was a stab to the back of the neck with a butcher's knife. The wound was deep and severe, resulting in significant damage to the spinal cord. It's a tragedy, really. Now, Maria Jansen's case was quite peculiar. She appeared to have been attacked by an animal.
Okay, so Nicola was stabbed to the back of the neck with a butcher's knife. Maria was attacked by an animal. I missed the other one. Where is the other one? Oh, you didn't tell me the other one. You told me Nicola and you told me Maria. You didn't tell me Haley Greenwood. Okay, so that'll be my question then. And Haley Greenwood?
Yes, poor Haley Greenwood. She was a 19-year-old dancer. Her autopsy revealed that she had been hit multiple times in the head with a blunt object. From the fragments found on her body, it appears to have been a stiletto shoe. Quite a brutal way to go, I must say. It's disheartening to see such violence inflicted upon someone so young. It truly makes you ponder the darkness that can lurk within our society, doesn't it?
Okay, so one of them's been killed with a stiletto shoe, which would point to a female since this is based in like the 50s or something. One of them was killed with an animal, which would point to the circus. and one with a butcher's knife, which really could point to anyone. That's a lot of different things going on there. You wouldn't... Wow. Wow, Jolly, that's pretty bad. Breaking out the dad jokes already, are we? Let me think of what I want to ask here. Times of death?
Detective, based on the evidence and the state of the bodies, I can provide you with estimated time frames for the deaths. Nicola Grossman's time of death was between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 23rd. Maria Jansen's time of death was estimated to be between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 22nd. And as for Haley Greenwood, her demise occurred sometime before she was discovered in the alley behind the club.
When discovered in alley?
Oh, my dear detective, it seems you stumbled upon a discrepancy in my previous statement.
Damn it.
How fascinating. As a coroner, I strive for accuracy and truth in my findings, but alas, even the most meticulous of us can make mistakes. Perhaps I misspoke or misunderstood the information at hand.
No, stop.
Complex one, and sometimes the puzzle pieces don't fit together as neatly
No.
as we think.
You misunderstood. Haley. When Haley found in alley?
Oh, my apologies for any confusion caused. Haley Greenwood's body was discovered in the alley behind the club in the early hours of April 23rd. It's distressing to think of her lying there, vulnerable and lifeless. The impact of the blunt force trauma to her head was evident during the autopsy. And it's a somber reminder of the violence that can occur in our city. Let's continue our investigation, shall we? There's much to uncover and understand about these tragic events.
Okay, so, wait, what date did she say? April 23rd. Okay, so there was one murder on the 22nd and two on the 23rd. And they didn't say the exact time for Haley, but it said sometime early, so it could be around the same time as these murders. Around 12 a.m. Actually, I should probably be taking notes now that I think about it. Hold on a second. I should have had a notebook prepared. Although I don't know if... Maybe I can use the notebook in the game. Let me see. Hey, can I? Oh, I can. Isn't that handy? Deaths. So, Haley, early on April 23rd. She was the one with the stiletto shoe. Stiletto shoe is weapon or cause of death. And then we had Maria. Whoops. Maria between 9 and 12 a.m. on April 23rd. I forget what she was. She was the animal. Right? Oh, this is getting mixed up. My talking points within this have gone all over the place, and it's making it harder for me to, yikes. Okay. What happened to some of the talking points here? Yikes, okay. I think Maria... Okay, Nicola is the butcher's knife, so Maria must be animal is cause of death, and then Nicola, whoops, between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 22nd, butcher knife is cause of death. Okay, there. That saves, right? Okay. Trying to think, is there anything else I can ask her here? We've got our times of death. We've got our causes of death. I don't think she'd know anything like, did they have any enemies or stuff like that. Whoops. Let's move on for now, and then I'll come back later. Blackwoods, Police Station, Coral. Come on, Violet, Country Club. Well, it may be worth it to talk to the circus, considering an animal killed someone. So let's try that. Boy, are you an interesting looking sight. Okay. It was Maria Jansen. You know Maria Jansen?
Yeah, Maria Jansen. Tragic. But what does that have to do with me, detective?
Killed by animal.
Oh, please. I tame minds, not people. I have no interest in such mundane matters.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of what to ask about the animals. Lion ever get loose?
Never.
Boy, you're giving me a lot to work with, aren't you? Other animals get loose?
No.
This guy's a real chatterbox. What animals at circus?
Lions, tigers, bears, and more.
Oh my. Okay. How many employees?
Too many to count, my dear detective.
Real helpful. Maria was 23rd. Where were you on April 23rd?
None of your business.
Excuse me. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Where were you?
Nowhere near the crime scene, I assure you.
This little pain in the ass. Animals less hungry on 23rd. Was circus open April 23rd?
Yes.
What time?
10:20 a.m. But of course, my dear detective, the circus was open on April 23rd. We had a magnificent show that night, filled with awe-inspiring acts and breathtaking performances. The audience was captivated by the daring acrobats.
I didn't
graceful
ask you
dances,
for a
and of course,
frickin' book.
my majestic beasts. It was a night to remember, a night of wonder and enchantment.
You said AM. How is that night? When did act end?
Midnight.
Pooh. Anyone leave early?
No.
This guy's not very helpful. Well, let's see if he knows anything about the other ones. You know Haley Greenwood?
Never heard of her.
Oh, shoot. What was Nicola's last name? Nicola something. Nicola... Yay. They don't keep notes in this, do they? Besides... Nope. Alright. Uh-oh. I think I just left my conversation with him by pressing escape. Darn. Okay. I wasn't really getting anywhere with him anyway. We can go back to him later. I think. Maybe we should go to the grocer's in case someone knows about, Nicola's death with the knife. He was the one with the knife, right? Yeah. Maybe there's a butcher there? You do not look like a butcher. You know Nicola?
Oh, Nicola. Such a tragic loss. It's a shame, really. But life goes on, doesn't it? We must find ways to enjoy ourselves and make the most of what we have left. Don't you agree?
How long you known Nicola?
Oh, my dear. I'm afraid you've mistaken me. I never said I knew Nicola. I merely mentioned his unfortunate demise. But let's not dwell on such somber matters, shall we? There are far more interesting things to discuss.
No, there aren't.
Like my recent trip to Paris.
I don't care.
The fashion there is simply divine.
Still don't care. You know Maria Jansen?
Ah, Maria Jansen. What a tragedy that was. It seems like this town is becoming quite notorious for these untimely deaths, doesn't it? But don't worry, my dear. We're safe here in Vaudeville, aren't we? Let's focus on more pleasant topics, like the beautiful gardens in the park with the latest recipe I've mastered.
Don't care. You know her?
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. Her name was Haley Greenwood.
That's not what I was talking about. I was
Such a
talking about
shame what
Maria.
happened to her. They say she was found hanging from a tree in the woods. Quite gruesome, isn't it? But let's not dwell on such unpleasantness.
Yes, let's
I prefer
dwell.
to keep my thoughts on more delightful things, like my upcoming trip to the countryside.
You got a lot going on, don't you?
Mushroom picking season is simply marvelous.
I don't care about your mushrooms. How long known Haley?
Well, my dear, I must confess that I didn't have the pleasure of knowing
Boy, are you
Haley
helpful.
personally. But it seems that her unfortunate demise has certainly captured everyone's attention. Hasn't it? It's quite intriguing, really. The mysteries that unfold in this town. But let's not get too caught up in the darkness.
No, don't.
There's still so much beauty and joy to be discovered.
Not
Don't
right
you think?
now. Not right now. Let's focus, woman. Focus. Is Butcher at Pascal's?
Yes, the butcher at Pascal's. Quite a character, isn't he? Always with that mischievous glint in his eye. I've heard some rather interesting rumors about him, you know. But we shouldn't jump to conclusions, should we? After all, gossip can be so misleading. Let's focus on more pleasant things, like the
Dear
upcoming
God,
trip.
woman.
I do hope they serve my favorite canapes.
Oh my God. What gossip about Butcher?
Gossip, you say? Well, I've overheard some whispers about the butcher at Pascal's. They say he has a secret recipe for his sausages.
Oh dear.
A recipe that adds a certain unique flavor. Some even claim that it's not just pork that goes into those sausages.
Uh-huh.
But of course, it's all just hearsay, my dear. We mustn't take such tales too seriously, must we? Now, let's move on to more delightful subjects.
You
like the
have
latest
a
fashion trends or
million
perhaps
delightful
the newest
subjects.
addition to my kit collection.
To your what collection? You want to try that again? Your kit collection? Oh boy. You just keep trying to divert, don't you? Which makes you suspicious. Where you on April 22nd?
April 22nd. Yeah, my memory fails me, my dear. You see, I live a rather busy and eventful
No
life,
kidding.
filled with social engagements and various activities. It's hard to keep track of every single day. But I assure you, wherever I was on that particular day, I was surely making the most of it. Life is far too short to waste. Wouldn't you agree?
Where you on April 23rd?
On April 23rd. I'm afraid I can't recall the exact details of that day either.
Yeah, she probably
But I
was
do
playing.
hope it was a day full of
buying
excitement and
stilettos.
adventure. After all, one must seize the day and make the most of each precious moment. Don't you think?
Yeah. Carpe diem and all that shit. Okay. You have stilettos?
Yes, I do have a couple of pairs of stilettos. They're quite exquisite, I must say. The way they elongate the legs and add a touch of elegance to any outfit. But why do we focus on such trivial matters? There are far more pressing things to discuss.
Oh my
like
God.
the recent art exhibition at the gallery. The paintings were simply divine.
Yikes. When buy stilettos?
My dear, I'm afraid I can't recall the exact date of my most recent stiletto purchase. You see, I have a rather extensive collection, and they all blur together in my memory. But I assure you, each pair was carefully selected to enhance my impeccable sense of style. Now, let's not dwell on shoes. Shall we move on to something more captivating?
Jesus
like the
Christ,
latest
woman.
scandal at the opera.
What scandal?
Oh my, you haven't heard about the scandal at the opera. How intriguing. It seems that one of the lead sopranos was caught in a compromising situation with a wealthy patron during intermission. The whispers and gasps that echoed through the theater were simply delicious. But of course,
You're weird.
we mustn't revel in the misfortunes of others, must we? Let's focus on more positive things.
Oh my
like the
God,
upcoming
how
garden
much do you
party at
know?
Lady Pemberley's estate. I hear the decorations will be absolutely breathtaking.
This woman just knows everything except where she is on certain days. It's like she knows everything about anyone else except herself. Oy. Butcher's name?
Ah, the butcher's name. Why, it's Monsieur Suxabar. Quite a peculiar
Wait,
name, isn't it?
the guy from the
There's
circus?
something mysterious about him, I dare say. Rumor has it that he has some secret project going on, tucked away in the depths of his shop. But I'm afraid I don't have any concrete information, my dear. It's all just speculation and hearsay. Now, let's move on to more pleasant topics, like the delightful new recipe I discovered for a decaying chocolate cake.
Decaying chocolate cake? Is that what she said? Oh my God. Isn't Saxabar circus owner?
Oh, my dear, how intriguing. You're absolutely right. I've heard whispers that Monsieur Suxabar, the circus owner, has been involved in some sort of secretive endeavor. They say he's been working on taming a wild beast.
So
of some
he's a
kind.
butcher and
How
a circus
thrilling.
owner?
But that's all I know, I'm afraid. The rest is shrouded in mystery. But let's not get too caught up in a circus,
He's
shall we?
both? Are there two
We have
Monsieur
more important
Saxabars?
matters to attend to, like planning my next extravagant dinner party.
Monsieur Saxabar, butcher and circus owner?
Well, my dear, it seems you've stumbled upon a rather interesting notion. The idea that Monsieur Saxabar could be both a butcher and a circus owner does carry a certain amount of intrigue. Doesn't it?
Did
Such
you
a combination would certainly make for
you
a
said it
fascinating
was
tale.
but
But alas, I'm not privy to the details of his professional endeavors.
you named
We
him
mustn't jump to conclusions
twice.
without concrete evidence. Now, must we? Now, let's divert our attention to something more cheerful, like the delightful booms in the park.
This
or my
woman's
latest culinary
testing my
creation.
patience here. Butcher's first name.
Oh, my apologies, my dear. How could I forget to mention the first name of the infamous butcher?
Infamous.
It's none other than Victor. Quite a coincidence, isn't it? But let's not dwell on such
Why?
matters.
Why coincidence?
There are far more captivating things to discuss, like the upcoming masked ball at the Grand Theater.
How much
Simply
happens
can't
in
wait
this
to see
town?
what extravagant costumes everyone will be wearing.
Why coincidence?
Coincidence, my dear, because the first name of the butcher, Victor, happens to be the same as my late husband's. It brings back bittersweet memories, you know. But let's not delve into melancholy. Life is meant to be savored and enjoyed. Perhaps we should focus on more joyful topics.
There's
like the
like a
exquisite
million
pastries of
things
the tapestry
happening
or the charming
in this
new art
town.
gallery that recently opened in town.
When husband die?
I must admit, my heart feels heavy when I think of my beloved Victor. He passed away 2 years ago, you see. It was during our trip to India. The flu took him away from me so suddenly. Such a tragic turn of events. But life goes on, doesn't it? We must find solace in the beautiful moments that lie ahead. Now, let's shift our attention to something more delightful, like the enchanting gardens at the Chateau de Beaumont.
Thank you. I'm trying to look the part. This woman's driving me crazy. Ugh. Hold on, let's rewind. Let's go back to the opera thing. Who having affair at opera?
The fair at the opera.
No, affair,
My dear,
affair,
I'm
not.
afraid I don't have any information about that. You know, I tend to focus on more refined and cultured pursuits. But I'm sure it was a splendid affair, filled with music. laughter,
Yes,
and
affair.
perhaps
That's
a
the
scandal.
word.
After all,
Affair.
the opera is known for its dramatic flair. But let's not dwell on such frivolities. Therefore, more important matters at hand, like the latest fashion trends or the upcoming charity gala.
My word count is gonna get really high because I have to keep repeating myself. Who having affair at opera? Oh, gosh darn it. There we go.
Affairs at the opera, my dear. How scandalous. I must admit, I'm not one to indulge in gossip, but I've heard whispers of certain individuals who may have been entangled in romantic escapades behind the curtains. But you must understand, I cannot divulge names or details. It wouldn't be proper, you see. Now, let's shift our attention to more pleasant
Divulge.
topics, like the delightful new tea room that just opened on the corner.
How many things have opened?
Pastries there are simply divine.
Divulge details.
My, aren't you persistent? Well, if you insist, I suppose I can share a tiny morsel of information. But remember, this is strictly between us. I've overheard some hushed conversations about a passionate affair between a renowned tenor and a captivating soprano. Their
Names?
secret rendezvous in the backstage corridors has caused quite the stir among the theater staff. But do keep in mind, my lips are sealed.
No.
and I won't be revealing any more than that.
Open that book back up. Names? Oh, I don't think we registered there. Names?
Names, you say. My. Aren't you a curious one? I'm afraid I simply can't reveal the identities of those involved.
God damn it,
Wouldn't be
woman.
proper, you see. Besides, it's much more thrilling to let your imagination run wild with possibilities. Isn't it? Now, let's turn our attention to more delightful
There's
like
gonna be
discussing
another
the latest
murder in
pop
Vaudeville,
cultural
and it's gonna be
fashion
me
at the
killing
charming
you.
new bookstore that just opened downtown.
Were they married?
Married, you ask? How scandalous. I must admit, the thought of illicit affairs and
I'm only
secret
counting the
marriages
words I
does
actually
add a
say,
certain
not the
thrill
ones
to
they
the
type
air,
out.
doesn't it? But alas, my dear, I'm not privy to such intimate details. It's all speculation and whispers in the wind.
You're a
Perhaps
whisper
it's
in the
best to
wind.
leave their marital status to the realm of mystery and focus on more uplifting topics
AOFG.
like the enchanting sunset over the river or the delectable new recipe.
I don't
I've
care about your
discovered for
recipes.
lemon souffle.
Ah! this woman is really trying my patience. Oh my god. Okay. I think we... Let me see here. Maybe she knows something about the circus? Appreciate it. You also stopped by in time to see me absolutely lose my mind because of this woman. You know circus?
Oh, the circus, you say. Well, my curious friend, I'm afraid I don't have much to share on that front. Circuses can be quite intriguing, with their dazzling performances and mysterious performers. But let's not dwell on that too much, shall we?
You don't want to dwell on anything
want to get
except the
lost in a world of
million
clowns
things
and
happening in
acrobats
this
when there are
town.
so many other delightful things to explore in our charming town of Vaudeville.
Apparently. Such as the gala and the charity ball and mushroom picking and a million other things. Okay. All right. I'm not getting very far with her. Let's see if we can find anyone else who will talk. I wish this game let you become the murderer. Let me think. I don't actually know what this is. So let's find out. Oh, this looks like a press F2 control plus M or gamepad select to toggle microphone minute. Oh, well, I can just do this. All right, so this looks like the nightclub. So it's Haley, right? Yeah, I think Haley was the one associated with it. You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. No, she was such a talented dancer. It's such a tragedy what happened to her. But I'm sorry, I don't know anything about the locations of the murders.
I didn't ask you for
Why
the
do you ask
location.
about Haley?
She dead.
Oh, did you have a special connection with her? Were you close friends or perhaps something more? I'm always intrigued by the relationships people form in vaudeville. It's a place where connections are made and passions ignite. But please, do tell me more about your connection with dear Haley.
Investigating murder.
Murder investigation. How exciting. But I must admit, I'm not
These
very
people are
familiar
messed
with
up.
those kinds of matters. My world revolves around the stage and the thrill of performing. So, what brings you here?
What,
Are you trying to solve the mystery of these unfortunate deaths?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, how intriguing.
No,
I
it's
can't
not.
say I've ever been involved in a murder investigation before.
You
I'm
sick
curious,
people.
What leads do you have so far? Have you discovered anything that could help unravel the mystery surrounding these tragic events?
Not much.
Well, perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Please.
Even though I don't know much about the investigations, I might have some insights or connections that could be helpful. You see, being a performer in vaudeville, I meet all sorts of interesting people. Is there any specific information you're looking for? Maybe I can provide a fresh perspective or point you in the right direction.
Thank you. What do I want to ask first? You know the butcher?
The butcher? I'm not quite sure I understand. Are we talking about an actual butcher, like someone who works with meat?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this some sort of nickname or
No.
code name for someone involved in the investigation? Please, do enlighten me. I'm always intrigued by the colorful characters and stories that unfold in our vibrant city of Vaudeville.
Actual butcher.
An actual butcher. How fascinating. I must admit, I haven't encountered any butchers during my time in Vaudeville.
You
We
haven't
have
been
such
here
a
long,
diverse
huh?
array of performers and artists, but I can't say I've come across anyone in that particular profession. Butchers usually work in shops or markets, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you could try asking around in one of the local markets here in
Already
town.
did.
They might have some information or insights for you.
Okay. You know circus owner?
Circus owner. Now that's something I can relate to. I have performed with the Circus Saksabar before, and Monsieur Saksabar is the owner. He's quite a character, I must say. Is there a specific reason why you mention a circus owner in relation to the investigation? Do you think they could be involved somehow? I find it hard to believe, but stranger things have happened in our captivating city of Vaudeville.
Yeah, let me answer your question. Possible suspect.
A suspect. You think the circus owner could be a suspect in these murders? That's unexpected. I can assure you, Detective Martini, that I have no knowledge of any wrongdoing on the part of Monsieur Saksabar. He may be eccentric, but he's always been kind and supportive to me. But I'm curious, what makes you suspect him? Have you found any evidence or leads that point in his direction?
Maria Jansen murdered by animal.
Ah, so you believe that an animal was involved in the death of Maria Johnson?
No, Jansen.
How fascinating.
Jansen, not
Must
Johnson.
admit, I have quite an affinity for animals myself.
Hey, Sif
But I
Apple.
find it hard to believe that one could be responsible for such a tragic event. Animals are usually gentle and innocent creatures.
I get
I
that.
suppose anything is possible in this mysterious world of ours. Do you have any specific information about the animal in question?
No.
I see no concrete information about the animal yet. That does make it difficult to draw any conclusions.
Yeah,
But
I
perhaps
know.
there are some witnesses or clues that could shed some light on the situation. Have you spoken to anyone who might have seen or heard something relevant? It's always important to gather as much evidence as possible before jumping to conclusions.
That's why I said
After all, we
possible.
wouldn't want to
I said
accuse an innocent
possible.
creature, would we?
Possible framing of circus owner?
Framing Monsieur Saksabar. Now that's a bold accusation. I can't imagine why someone would want to do such a thing. He's a respected figure in the community and has done so much for the arts in Vaudeville. But I suppose in a world full of intrigue and mystery, anything is within the realm of possibility. Do you have any leads or evidence that suggests someone may be trying to frame him? I'm curious to know more about this theory.
Speculation. Did it go through? No?
Oh, I see.
Oh, there it goes.
So it's just speculative at this point. Well, I do love a good dose of speculation. It adds a touch of excitement to the investigation, doesn't it? The thrill of unraveling mysteries and uncovering hidden motives. But let's not jump to conclusions just yet.
I'm not. I
We
said
must be careful
speculative.
not to falsely accuse anyone without concrete evidence.
Yep, that's
After
why it's
all, everyone
speculative.
deserves a fair chance to prove their innocence.
Yep.
So, Detective Martini, what other theories or speculations have you come across in your investigation? I'm eager to hear your thoughts.
Butcher
The
might.
butcher.
It-
Yeah, I remember now. You mentioned the actual butcher.
I wasn't
earlier.
done saying my
I
sentence.
apologize for getting sidetracked. Butchers, burlesque dancers, and circus owners, it's quite a mix, isn't it?
Yes, it is,
I'm
but I didn't
curious,
finish
what
my
connection
sentence.
Do you suspect the butcher might have to these murders? Do you have any leads or information that might shed some light on their involvement? I'm all ears, Detective Martini.
Then shut up. Butcher knife killed Nicola.
Butcher knife. How chilling. It's hard to imagine such a gruesome weapon being used in our peaceful city of Vaudeville. Poor Nicola, may she rest in peace.
That's a girl?
If a murder weapon was involved, it could certainly provide some valuable clues.
So they're all
Have you
women?
been able to find this knife or gather any evidence related
Interesting.
to it? I can't help but wonder where it came from and who could have wielded it. This mystery just keeps deepening, doesn't it?
No knife yet.
No knife yet. Well, that's quite intriguing, isn't it?
Is it?
It seems like there's still much to uncover in this investigation. I do hope you find some leads soon, Detective Martini. It's always fascinating to see how these mysteries unfold.
Why is everyone
In the
fascinated by
meantime,
this?
is
People
there
are dead.
anything else you'd like
You
to discuss
sickos.
or ask me about? I'm here to assist in whatever way I can.
You know Nicola?
Oh, Nicola, yes, I knew her. She was such a vibrant and talented dancer.
Wait, she's a dancer too?
Tragic what happened to her. I remember sharing the stage with her on numerous occasions. She had such grace and elegance in her performances.
Did I get Haley and
Something
Nicola mixed
specific
up?
about Nicola that you'd like to know? Perhaps I can provide some insight or share some fond memories of her.
Where Nicola on April 22nd?
April 22nd. Let me think. That was quite some time ago, but I do have a good memory for important dates.
At least someone does.
If I recall correctly, April 22nd was one of our busiest nights at the Vaudeville. We had an incredible show that evening, and all of us dancers were on our toes, giving it our all. I believe Nicola was there, dazzling the audience with her mesmerizing performance.
Okay.
Why do you ask about that particular date, Detective Martini? Does it have any significance to the investigation?
Date of her death.
Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood were the three people who were tragically murdered in Vaudeville in recent weeks. It's such an unsettling series of events. I can't help but wonder who could be behind these terrible acts.
You and me both,
Do you
sister.
have any leads or theories about the killer, Detective Martini? It's such an eerie and mysterious
Can I answer your
situation.
question? Not yet.
Well, isn't this a thrilling mystery? The anticipation is simply exhilarating. I must admit, I'm quite eager to
Excuse
see
me.
how it all unfolds. So many unanswered questions, so many potential suspects. It's like stepping into a thrilling novel or a captivating play.
Look, you're all
I'm
suspects
curious
right
to
now,
turn up to the
okay?
intrigue. But tell me, Detective Martini, have you discovered anything else that might shed some light on these perplexing cases? I'm all ears, ready to immerse myself in this fascinating investigation.
And you're all sickos. You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Oh, she was such a talented dancer. It's such a tragedy what happened to her. But I'm curious, why do you ask about Haley, Detective Martini?
Oh, I already asked her about
Did you
Haley,
uncover
didn't I?
something
I meant to
significant
ask
in
her
your
about Maria.
investigation? Please
You-
do share. I'm all ears and keen to assist in any way I can.
You know Maria Jansen? You did. Hello? You gonna. Let me try saying it again. You know Maria Jansen? Not Johnson, Jansen.
I must apologize for the misunderstanding, but I'm afraid I don't have much information about a person named
No,
Maria
it's the wrong
Johnson.
name.
As a burlesque performer, my focus is primarily on the world of entertainment and the vibrant atmosphere of vaudeville. I'm not very familiar with individuals outside of our community. However, if there's anything else I can help with, or if
I might
there are
have
other
to type
topics
this one
related
out.
to vaudeville that interest you, please feel free to let me know. I'm here to make your experience delightful and entertaining. You seem to be quite pleased with the secret you're holding, Detective Martini? It's making me even more curious. Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Shut up for a second.
Please do share. What is it that you believe I should already know? I'm
Shoo!
all ears, ready for another twist in this fascinating
Shut up!
mystery.
Okay.
Oh, Maria Jansen. Yes, of course, I remember her now. She was a fellow dancer
Oh, thank
here in
God.
Vaudeville, wasn't she? It's so sad to think that
Wait,
she's no longer
they're
with
all
us.
dancers?
Such a vibrant and talented performer. Do tell me, what can I assist with regarding Maria Jansen?
All
Is there something specific about her that's relevant to
dancers,
the investigation?
all women.
I'll do my best to provide any information or insights that might be helpful.
Uh, Let me ask her about Maria on the 23rd. Where Maria on April 23rd?
On April 23rd. Let me think. I'm sorry, but I don't have access to personal data about individuals unless it has been shared with me in the context of our conversation. I am designed to respect user privacy and confidentiality. My primary function is to provide information and answer questions to the best of my knowledge and ability.
AI going rogue!
About privacy or data security, please let me know, and I will do my best to address them.
No. I'm asking you about a game character. Maybe I have to say the whole name. Where Maria Jansen on April 23rd?
April 23rd, you say? That's right around the same time.
Okay, there we go.
I believe Maria Jansen was scheduled to perform at the Caban Viale on that night.
Hey, I started going crazy there.
Dancer, giving her all on stage. It breaks my heart to think that she
Wait, she was scheduled, so she didn't perform?
Detective Martini, why do you specifically ask about Maria's whereabouts on that date? Do you suspect there may be some significance to it? Please, do share your findings.
Date of death.
Date of death. Well, that's certainly a morbid topic, isn't it?
No, I'm saying that's her date of
But I
death.
suppose it's relevant to the investigation. I'm afraid I don't have the exact information about the
I
dates of
have
death
the
of the individuals you mentioned. As a performer, my focus is on bringing joy and entertainment to
I
the
have the
audience.
dates, you...
However, if there's
dummy.
anything else I can assist you with, or if you'd like to discuss something more uplifting, I'm sorry, but I don't have access to that specific piece
I
of
didn't say
information.
anything.
My purpose is to provide general knowledge and assistance, and I don't
Why do you
have
think I
real-time
said
access
something?
to personal or sensitive data. Is there something
My mic is
specific you
off
would
right
like to know
now.
about Haley Greenwood? I'll do my best to help based on the available public knowledge.
AI going crazy. You own stilettos?
Oh, my stilettos. Yes, I do have a fabulous
You too,
collection of
huh?
stilettos. They're such an essential part of my burlesque performances. I have pairs in various colors and styles, each one adding that extra flair to my outfits. But why do my stilettos come to mind, Detective Martini?
No reason, you don't need to know.
Do they hold some significance to the case? Please, do share your thoughts.
Nope.
I'm intrigued to see
You
how
don't
my
need to
beloved
know.
stilettos might be connected to this mysterious investigation.
You don't need to know that part. How many dancers?
How many dancers? That's an interesting question, Detective Martini. In Vaudeville, we have quite a vibrant community of dancers. At the Caban Viale alone, we have a talented group of about 15 dancers, each with their own unique style and charm. And of course, there are many other dance troupes and performers scattered throughout the city. It's a wonderful place for artistic expression and creativity to flourish. Is there a particular reason you're interested in the number of dancers? I'm always happy to chat about the vibrant art scene here in Vaudeville.
Oh, let me think. Is there anything else I can ask you? If anyone has ideas, feel free to put them in the chat too. Let me think. Your whereabouts on April 22nd.
April 22nd, you say? Oh, that's a date that brings back memories. Let me think. If I recall correctly, that was one of our busiest nights.
Okay,
at
so
the
you
Caban
were here.
Viale. We had an incredible show that evening, and all of us dancers were on our toes,
Yep.
giving our all.
Okay, so you were
The
here.
energy in the theater was absolutely electric. I believe I was there, captivating the audience with my sultry moves and dazzling costumes. Yeah, what a night it was.
Okay.
But why do you ask about that specific date, Detective Martini?
Your whereabouts April 23rd. Oop, did we get stuck again? Your whereabouts on April 23rd.
My whereabouts on the 23rd. Now that's an interesting question. I must admit, my memory can sometimes be a bit hazy when it comes to exact dates and details.
You knew where you were on the
You see, in
22nd.
the world of burlesque, every day is filled with rehearsals, performances, and the hustle and bustle of the artistic life. But I'm curious, why do you specifically inquire about my whereabouts on that particular day? Detective Martini, is there something of significance that happened on the 23rd? The 23rd of April. Such a delightful day, I believe. But let me rack my brain for a moment to recall the specifics. Yes, on that day, I had a wonderful performance.
Okay,
at
so
the
you were
Vaudeville.
performing.
The atmosphere was absolutely electrifying, and the audience was so engaging. I remember feeling on top of the world as I showcased my artistry and entertained the crowd. So, why the interest in my movements on that day, dear detective? I'm quite intrigued to know what piqued your curiosity.
So that was date of death.
The date of death. Goodness, that's rather great,
Ah,
isn't
man,
it?
she's really not getting it
But
when I
must
say
admit,
that.
I'm not entirely sure about the specific details of the unfortunate events that occurred on that day. As a performer, my focus is on bringing joy
Stop,
and
stop,
entertainment to the stage,
stop,
not dwelling
stop.
on summer matters.
Stop. Okay. Let's move on for now. Let me think. Blackwoods. I have no idea what we'll find there. Country club. Well, maybe some country club folks know some things. They tend to gossip at country clubs, right? Wow, it is really bright here. You know about murders?
Oh, murders. What do you want to know? I'm afraid I don't know much about the specific locations of the murders, but I'm eager to help in any way I can. Is there something else I could assist with?
You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Yes, I knew her. She was such a vibrant and talented young woman. It's truly heartbreaking what happened to her. Do you have any information about her case? I'd love to hear what you found out.
She died on April 23rd.
April 23rd. That's terrible. I had no idea. How did it happen? Was it related to the other murders in Vaudeville? I'm just trying to piece everything together. It's so tragic to lose someone so young and full of life.
Possible connection.
A connection. Really, please, do tell me more. What kind of connection are you referring to? I'm all ears.
Possible connection between murders.
Oh, possible connection between the murders. That's quite intriguing. I hadn't considered that possibility.
You asked me about
Could you
it.
please share more details? I'm curious to know what you've discovered.
You know Maria Jansen?
Maria Jansen. Yes, I did know Maria. We used to hang out together.
I have
before.
no idea how it's spelled now.
before
They've
she was
spelled it a
murdered.
bunch of ways.
It's still so hard to believe that she's gone. What about Maria? Is there something specific about her case that connects to the other murders? Please tell me what you found.
All victims were dancers. Oop, did we get stuck? All victims were dancers.
Dancers, really? That's quite an interesting observation. I had no idea that they were all dancers. It's certainly an intriguing connection. I wonder if there's any significance to that.
That's what I'm
Do you
wondering.
think it could be related to their profession in some way? I'm eager to learn more about this connection. Wait, are you saying that all the victims were connected somehow? This is getting more and more puzzling. Can you elaborate on how they were connected? I'm really curious to understand what you've uncovered.
All victims were women.
I see. So the connection between the victims is that they were all
And that
women.
they were dancers, like I
Quite
said
alarming.
before.
Raises even more questions about the motive behind these murders. Why would someone target these specific women? Is there any indication of what their relationship might have been? I'm intrigued to know more.
They're co-workers.
Co-workers. You mean the victims were all co-workers?
Yes.
This is getting more intriguing by the minute. Do you have any information about where they worked or what kind of work they did together? It could be a crucial piece of the
Oh,
puzzle.
what was it called?
I'm eager to
Violet
uncover more about this connection.
Cabane. Worked at Violet Cabane. Not
Violet
Cab-
Cabana. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard of it, but I haven't been there
close
myself.
enough.
So, all the victims were colleagues at Violet Cabana. I wonder what role the club played in their lives and if there's something significant about their shared workplace. It certainly adds another layer to the mystery. Is there anything else you can share about their connections or the club itself?
No, not
I'm really
right now.
intrigued to learn more.
You know Nicola?
Nicola. Who is Nicola? I'm afraid I don't recall any mention of a person named Nicola in our previous conversation. Could you please provide more information? I'm curious to know how this person fits into the puzzle.
She is dancer.
So, another dancer. So, we have Maria, who I knew personally, and now there's this dancer named Nicola. It's fascinating how their paths intersect. Tell me more about this Nicola. What was her role at the club? Did she have a close relationship with the other victims? I'm eager to understand how all these pieces fit together.
Why you so interested?
Well, I must admit I have a personal connection to one of the victims, so naturally, I'm invested in finding out the truth about what happened. It's not every day that someone gets caught up in something so tragic. Plus, I have a curious nature, and these connections between the victims have piqued my interest. I believe that understanding these connections could lead us closer to unraveling the mystery behind their deaths. Don't you find it intriguing as well?
Everyone finds it intriguing. Where you on April 22nd?
April 22nd. Let me think for a moment. Yes, that was a few weeks ago. I remember attending a charity gala that evening. It was a grand event, filled with influential figures from Vaudeville's high society.
Charity
Why do you
gala.
ask about that specific date? Is there something significant that occurred on April 22nd?
Nicola died on April 22nd.
Oh, my goodness. I had no idea.
So there's
So you're
charity
saying that
gala.
Nicola passed away on the same day as the charity gala? That's quite a coincidence. I can't help but wonder if there's any connection between her death and the events of that night. Did something happen to her at the club? I'm really eager to understand the circumstances surrounding her passing.
Where you on April 23rd?
On April 23rd. Let me think for a moment. I believe I was attending a fashion show that day. It was a fabulous event showcasing the latest designs from renowned designers. Why do you ask about that specific date? Is there something significant that happened on April 23rd? I'm curious to know what you're getting at.
Haley and Maria died on April 23rd.
What? Both Haley and Maria died on the same day. That's incredibly shocking. I had no idea.
Well,
It's hard to comprehend such a tragic coincidence.
I don't think it's a
Do you think
coincidence.
there's any connection between their deaths? It's hard to wrap my head around all of this. I'm even more determined now to uncover the truth behind what happened to them.
You own stilettos?
Stilettos. How did you know that? I don't recall mentioning anything about owning stilettos.
I'm asking you.
Is there a specific reason you brought it up? I'm curious to know where this is leading.
Well, you just admitted you own them. So did that woman at the grocery. What the heck was her name? Woman at grocer. I'll get back to her eventually. Let me see if she knows Monsieur Saxabar. You know Monsieur Saxabar?
Saxabar. I'm sorry, but I'm not familiar with that term or person. Could you please provide more context or clarify what you mean?
Oh my God.
I'm always eager to learn something new, especially if it's related to the investigation.
Hold on, let me type that one out. Wow.
Monsieur Saxabar.
Oh, I spelled it
I'm
wrong.
sorry, but I'm not acquainted with anyone by that name. Is Monsieur Saxabar connected to the victims in some way? Please enlighten me, as I'm intrigued to know more about their involvement in this case.
Maybe.
Interesting. So there might be a connection between the victims and this mysterious person, Monsieur Saxabar. I wonder how they're linked to all of this. Do you have any more information about him?
No, I don't.
Could be a crucial piece of the puzzle.
It may be. You know the butcher?
The butcher? Are we now talking about a butcher? I must confess, I'm a bit confused. How does the butcher fit into all of this? Is there a specific reason we're discussing someone involved in the meat industry? I'm eager to understand the relevance of this new topic.
Nicola died by butcher knife.
Oh my, a butcher knife. That's quite a shocking detail. I had no idea that was how poor Nicola met her untimely end. It's certainly a disturbing method. But why would a butcher knife be used? Was there any connection between her and the butchery profession?
Not that I'm aware of. She's a
This
freaking
raises
dancer.
even more questions about what happened to her. I'm determined to find out the truth behind these tragic events.
Well, fine. You become a detective then. Let's see. You ever go to nightclub?
Nightclubs. Well, I must admit, I'm not much of a nightclub person. I prefer more refined and elegant settings, like social gatherings or cultural events. Why do you ask about nightclubs?
I do declare.
Is there something specific about them that is relevant to the investigation? I'm curious to know where this line of questioning is leading.
I kind of already told you they're all dancers. But fine, let me reinform. All murder victims dancers.
Really, all the murder victims were dancers. That's quite an unexpected revelation. I had no idea that their profession played a role in their connection. It certainly adds an intriguing layer to the mystery. I wonder if there's any significance to their shared occupation. Do you think it could be related to their deaths in some way?
I feel like we're
I'm
going
eager
in
to learn more
circles
about
now.
this connection.
Okay, so she doesn't know Monsieur Saxabar. She didn't really seem to know anything about the butcher. She doesn't go to the nightclub. She knew two of the victims. She owned stilettos and seemed uncomfortable about me apparently knowing she owns stilettos. Make a note of that. Seemed uncomfortable when this was brought up. Okay. I think she said she knew Haley and Maria, but she didn't know Nicola. How long known Haley?
Oh, Haley. I knew her for a few years actually. We met at a charity event and instantly hit it off. She was such a vibrant and talented young woman. We would often attend social events together and discuss our mutual love for fashion and design. It's truly heartbreaking what happened to her. Is there something specific you'd like to know about my relationship with Haley?
How long knew Maria?
Maria, what do you want to know about Maria? I'm a bit surprised that you're asking about her. I mean, I did know her, but we weren't particularly close. We would occasionally run into each other at social gatherings and exchange pleasantries. But that's about it. Why do you ask? Is there something significant about my connection with Maria that I'm unaware of?
How long you knew her?
I'm sorry, I must have misspoke earlier. I didn't actually know her for very long. We only met a few times at some events in Vaudeville. We never had any deep conversations or formed a strong bond. I'm curious, why is the duration of my acquaintance with her important to the investigation? It seems like there might be something more to this line of questioning.
Why you get defensive?
Defensive. I apologize if it came across that way. I assure you, I'm not being defensive. I'm just genuinely puzzled as to why my relationship with Maria is of interest in this investigation.
Anyone's relationship with her
is to provide any information that may be helpful.
Important.
Could you please explain the significance of my connection with her? I want to assist in any way I can to get to the bottom of these tragic deaths.
Let me think. Is there anything else I need from you right now? You know any other dancers?
Other dancers? Well, I do know a few dancers from the social scene in Vaudeville, but I can't say I'm particularly close with
Except
them.
for Haley,
Why
apparently.
Is there a specific reason we're focusing on dancers?
We already went over this woman.
Connected to the victims for the events surrounding their deaths. I'm eager to understand the
I'm
relevance of
not
this line
going
of
over
inquiry.
this with you again. That's it. You're out. That's all you're getting. I'm not repeating myself. All right. Let's move on. I wonder if I should go back to the police station, see if they've got anything yet. Any new evidence?
Well, what do you want? Spit it out.
I
Do you have anything new on the case?
I'm asking you.
I'm tired of all these murders happening in my city.
I know causes of death.
You do. That's news to me. Tell me, Detective Martini, what are the causes of death in these cases? From what we've gathered so far, all the victims were subjected to brutal attacks. If you have any additional information, we'll need to speak with the coroner to get more details.
Haley died by shoe.
A shoe, you say? How peculiar. Are you suggesting that Haley Greenwood was killed with a shoe? I find it hard to believe. But
Yes.
if that's the case, we'll have to investigate further. Let's head to the morgue and get the full report from the coroner.
I thought I did.
Diamond Head. What does that
that's
have to
not
do
right.
with the murders in Vaudeville?
That's not what I
I don't
said.
recall hearing anything about that. Stick to the facts, Detective Martini.
Yeah.
We need to focus on solving these cases, not getting caught up in unrelated matters. Now, let's get to the bottom of this and find out who's responsible for these heinous crimes.
You sound so invested. Maria died by animal.
An animal. Are you suggesting that Maria Jansen was killed by an animal?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's quite an unusual twist. I haven't come across any evidence or reports indicating an animal involvement in the case.
Ask the freaking
Are you
coroner.
sure about this information, Detective Martini?
Yes.
We'll have to look into it further and see if there's any connection. Let's head to the morgue and gather all the details.
He
from the
really
coroner.
wants me to go back to the coroner, doesn't he? Nicola died by butcher knife. Nicola died by butcher knife.
A butcher knife, you say? Well, that's certainly a more conventional weapon. So, Nicola Grossman was attacked with a butcher knife. It seems like we're dealing with some brutal and violent crimes here.
And you're just getting
We
that
need to
now?
examine the crime scene and speak with witnesses to get a clear picture of what happened. This investigation is far from over.
I know.
Detective
I
Martini.
haven't the
We must
foggiest.
stay focused and find the truth.
All right. Goodness. Okay, you're not being very helpful. Maybe we can get more information from the coroner. Let's go back. Hello again. Let me think. What? Okay. What animal killed Maria?
Well, detective, it appears that Maria Jansen's body had bite marks all over, particularly on her arms. One of the forearm bones was actually fractured due to the strength of the bites. It seems like she was attacked by an animal, but I can't say for certain which one. The investigation will need to gather more evidence to determine the specific animal responsible.
Okay. Wear wound on Haley.
Yeah, the idea of a werewolf movie is intriguing indeed. But let's
No,
approach
not
this from a
werewolf.
rational perspective, shall we? Haley Greenwood's cause of death was multiple blows to the head with a
Okay,
blunt
well, we
object.
still got there.
Likely
Multiple.
a stiletto shoe. There were fragments found on her body that suggest it. While the concept of a mythical creature like a werewolf may capture our imagination,
No.
important to focus on the
Yeah.
tangible evidence at hand.
That's not what I said.
The
Okay.
wounds on Haley's head indicate a more human inflicted violence
Okay.
rather than a supernatural occurrence.
All right. Let me type this next one in. Wear wounds on Nicola. There we go.
Detective Martini, the stab wound on Nicola Grossman was located
Back.
at the back of his neck.
You said
It was a
his.
deep
Someone else said
puncture wound
her.
caused by a butcher's knife. Detective Martini, the stab wound on Nicola Grossman was located at the back of his neck. It was a deep puncture caused by a butcher's knife.
Back. Okay, so you're saying he. Someone else said she, and they're saying that it's a dancer. Now I'm confused. Okay. Nicola Grossman was dancer?
Oh, I apologize for any confusion, but according to the information I have, Nikolai Grossman was actually a 57-year-old man known in the finance world. It seems there may have been a mix-up in the details.
Uh-huh.
It's always important to verify the facts to ensure accuracy in our investigations. Now, let's refocus our attention on gathering evidence and determining the cause of his unfortunate demise.
Wow, that changes things quite a bit. I better confirm the other jobs with her then, because it seems like the other characters were very confused. Okay. Haley Greenwood was dancer?
Indeed, you are correct, detective. My apologies for the oversight. It is true that the victim, Haley Greenwood, was a 19-year-old dancer. Such a tragic loss of a young life filled with artistic expression and movement. It is disheartening to see the potential of a vibrant soul cut short in such a violent manner. As a coroner, I am reminded of the delicate balance between life and death, and how fragile it can be. We must continue to seek justice for her and bring closure to those affected by this devastating loss.
Mm-hmm. Maria Jansen was dancer?
Yes, Detective Martini? I remember now. It seems my memory failed me for a moment. You are right. The unfortunate victim, Maria Jansen, was a 23-year-old blonde with a Scandinavian look. It's always heartbreaking to witness the untimely end of a promising individual, especially one who possessed the grace and talent of a dancer. The human body, with all its beauty and vulnerability, can be subjected to unimaginable violence. We owe it to her memory to uncover the truth behind her demise and provide some semblance of solace to her loved ones.
Okay, so Haley and Maria are indeed dancers. Oh shoot, I don't have any more room on here. But Nicola, those characters were getting really confused on. Just use some shorthand here. I'm not actually sure how to spell her last name. I think it's that, but they've used so many different spellings, I have no clue anymore. Hey, Amanda. How's it going? This is This has been a really, really interesting game so far. Trying my patience sometimes, but it's been a ride, that's for sure. I've only seen little snippets of people playing it before, and I figured, why not try it out myself and have a coronary? Okay, let's see. We've got confirmation of their jobs now. Maybe she would know if there's any connection? Any connection between victims?
Well, when we look at the 3 victims, Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood, it's evident that they all met tragic ends.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, the modus operandi of their murders appears to be quite different.
Yeah.
Maria suffered from brutal animal-like attacks. Nicola was stabbed in the neck with a butcher's knife. And Haley was repeatedly struck in the head with a blunt object, possibly a stiletto shoe. While the methods of these crimes may differ, there is a lingering sense that they are somehow connected.
That's kind of why I was asking you. Yeah, the having that interactive element to the game is pretty cool. It definitely needs a little bit of tweaking, though, because the characters can get easily confused, and the voice via mic, sometimes the detection is like way off. But this game is in early access, so like you can't expect it to be perfect right now. They're working on it, and AI is a very flawed thing right now. I'm sure it'll get better with time, but interesting concept though. Yeah, I do like a good mystery. Have you ever tried L.A. Noire? L.A. Noire was a really interesting murder mystery game. I gotta go back to that at some point. That was fun. I don't know if I can ask you anything further right now. Let me look at my notes. 15 dancers to Maria has a charity gala. Maybe she knows something about the events, like the charity gala or the fashion show. Or she might know something about the butcher or Monsieur Saxbar. Let me type out that one, because they don't seem to be able to get that. You know Monsieur Saxbar? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Oh, where'd it go? That seemed to go nowhere. Okay, hold on. Let me try again.
Monsieur Saxabar, you know, my keen interest lies in the realm of death and forensics. Rather than the social circles of Vaudeville, I must admit, my knowledge is limited to matters within the mort and the investigations at hand. But do tell me if there's something specific you'd like to discuss or inquire about.
Well, that.
I'm all ears, ready
Yeah, I
to
was.
lend my analytical
Okay.
might to unravel any mysteries before us.
Yeah, L.A. Noire was a really interesting one. If you like murder mysteries, especially like the noir 50s style, then definitely recommend that one. And I think it was remastered. I think. I'll have to look that up. Hi, Mavis. Also, I think this game stays family appropriate, to the best of my knowledge. I don't think they like swear or anything. Maybe she knows the butcher. Do you know Butcher?
It seems you're seeking clarification, my dear interlocutor. Indeed, upon reevaluating the information at my disposal,
I did not
it appears
say
I
that.
misspoke. I apologize for the confusion. Nicola Grossman did not meet his demise by the hands of a butcher, as I previously mentioned. Instead, his unfortunate fate involved a stab into the back of his neck, inflicted by what one might call a common butcher's knife. It is crucial to maintain accuracy in our discussions.
Okay, so she doesn't think it was actually a butcher. It's just common. Okay, all right, hold on. We'll just say common. Okay, let's see. We'll just say common knife. Apparently I gotta get off this kick with the butcher knife thing and just think of it as a knife. Okay, so butcher, not really important. Okay. Haley and Maria knew each other?
Detective Martini, it is indeed a possibility that Maria Jansen and Haley Greenwood knew each other. The nature of their connection, however, remains unclear at this point in the investigation. As a coroner, my role is to analyze the physical evidence and provide insights into the cause of death. While I can't delve into the realm of personal relationships, it is not uncommon for individuals from similar professions or social circles to cross paths. The human tapestry is intricate and intertwined, and sometimes these connections can have unexpected consequences.
Well, I'm glad I made her day. Yeah, no, I know. I know she watches, like, what was it, Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that. But I, also want to be respectful, of course. So I do think this game stays pretty, I don't know, I guess PG-13 because it has murders in it stuff. Oh, geez, I'm not good at questioning coroners. Like, beyond names and times of death and causes of death and, like, some information on the wounds, I'm not sure what else to ask. Oh, and professions, which I got that now. Now I'm, like, so confused because all this time I thought Nicola was a woman and a dancer, which made so much more sense if they were all women and all dancers. But now Nicola's some 57-year-old guy in finance, so it doesn't make sense anymore. Totally unrelated to them, unless he was involved in that affair at the opera. It's possible that the affair was happening between him and one of the dancers. That's like a really big leap, a really big assumption, but it's a possibility. It is a possibility. Can I even go to the opera? Like, I wonder if it happens over here. My station more coral. I don't know what coral means. Okay, so it's possible that I can go to the opera. Maybe. It might be here, or it might not be available. Let me think. I need to pause for a quick second to run to the restroom, but I am going to be thinking about where to go next, so I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Seems like I chose the wrong BRB screen. Wrong resolution. I've got 2 resolutions, and that was not the right one. All right. Apologies. Been sucking down a iced coffee this whole time, and you know how it goes. All right. I am going to go to Coral next. Well, that doesn't look like a 50s outfit. Okay. Where the heck am I? I feel like if I say where am I, she's gonna think I'm a loony job. Let's just ask what is Coral?
Oh, Detective Martini, you're so sweet. Coral is actually a type of marine
No,
organism
no, no,
that
no,
forms
the
beautiful,
plate,
colorful reefs underwater. It's like a little city for all sorts of fish and other sea creatures.
I meant this
Coral
place.
itself is made up of tiny animals called polyps. They build these intricate structures over
I don't-
time, creating a vibrant and diverse ecosystem. It's truly fascinating.
I don't
Have
need
you
a
ever seen
lesson in
coral reefs
marine
before?
biology. Okay. What is this place?
Oh, this place. This is the fabulous bar known as
Okay,
Coral.
it's a bar.
It's one
Okay.
of my favorite spots in Vaudeville. The whole place is decorated with undersea themes, like shells, seaweed, and even some faux corals. It's such a lively and enchanting atmosphere, perfect for musicians and dancers from all over the world to showcase their
Okay.
talent. You can feel the energy in the air, and it's just bursting with creativity. It's a great starting point for artists before they move on to bigger stages. Isn't it amazing? I just love being here.
You work here?
Detective Martini, you're too kind. But no, I don't work at
That's
Coral.
kind.
I'm actually a ballerina, chasing my dreams in the beautiful city of Vaudeville.
Oh, you're a
I
ballerina.
come to places
Okay.
like this to unwind, meet new people, and maybe catch a glimpse of some incredible talent. It's like a little haven for artists, you know. But hey, if you ever need a dance partner, I'm your girl. We could put on a show right in the middle of this vibrant coral-themed paradise. How fun would that be?
You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Yes, I knew her.
Okay.
She was such a talented dancer, full of life and passion. It's such a tragedy what happened to her. But you see, Detective Martini, I don't really have any information about the locations of the murders. I mean, I heard they happened here in Vaudeville, but beyond that, I'm afraid I'm not much help. My focus has been on remembering Haley and cherishing the memories we shared together. She had such a bright future ahead of her, and it breaks my heart that it was cut short.
How long you knew her?
Oh, darling, I've known dear Haley for quite some time. We met when I first arrived in Vaudeville, both eager to pursue our dreams as dancers. We instantly clicked and became the best of friends. We would spend hours rehearsing, sharing our hopes and fears, and encouraging each other every step of the way. She was like a sister to me, you know. We laughed, we cried, we danced our hearts out. Those were some of the most magical moments of my life. I miss her dearly, but I'll always cherish the time we had together.
Okay. You knew Maria Jansen?
Detective Martini, you have such a sharp memory. Yes, I did have the pleasure of
I
knowing Maria
did,
Jansen.
so.
She was a remarkable woman, so full of grace and talent. We crossed paths a few times at dance workshops and performances here in Vaudeville. She had this incredible presence on stage. You could just feel her passion radiating through her movements. It's heartbreaking to think that such a vibrant soul was taken from us too soon. But let's remember the joy she brought to the world and hold on to those beautiful memories.
What was Nicola's last name? Grossman? Grossman. You knew Nicola Grossman?
Yeah, Nicola Grossman. Yes, I did know her, although not as well as Haley or Maria. She was a fellow dancer in the community, and we would often cross paths during rehearsals and performances.
Okay.
Nicola
That-
had this
that-
magnetic energy about her.
There's
always
two
pushing the
Nicola
boundaries and
Grossmans,
exploring new
apparently?
styles of dance. She was a true artist, and I admired her creativity and fearlessness. It's devastating to think that she's no longer with us. But let's celebrate her spirit, her
Okay,
love for dance.
somebody
impact she
in
made
this
in the
game
short
is
time we knew.
really confused. And it's either the coroner or like everybody else. Hold on, maybe if I spell it differently. Let's try that.
Nicola, yes, I did have the pleasure of knowing Nicola Grossman. Such a vibrant and talented soul. We actually had a few collaborations together, dancing
boy.
in some of the same productions here in Vaudeville. Nicola had this incredible ability to captivate an audience with every move, every expression.
Oh boy.
It was like magic.
Hold on a second. Let me just look something up on the side here.
Her dedication and unique style. It's such a tragedy that she's no longer here to grace the stage with her presence.
I'm just looking up if I can find out if Nicola is a man or a woman, because they are really confusing the heck out of me. I guess I gotta be more specific. Is Nicola wow, everything that's coming up has to do with like Nikola Tesla. Not what I'm looking for. I just need to know if this is a man or a woman. I can't seem to find anything on which is correct, so boy, this is gonna make it a lot harder to solve the murder when I don't know what the truth is. Okay. Your whereabouts on April 23rd.
April 23rd. Let me think. Yes, that was a day filled with excitement and rehearsals. I spent most of the day at the ballet studio, perfecting my pirouettes and twirling around like a little whirlwind. Afterward, I met up with some fellow dancers at Coral, this very bar we're in right now. We celebrated a successful day of practice, sharing stories, laughter, and even a little impromptu performance. It was a night full of joy and camaraderie. Yeah, those memories make my heart sing.
Your whereabouts on April 22nd.
Hello, April 22nd. What a delightful day that was. I remember it so vividly. It was a sunny spring day, and I decided to take a break from my rigorous dance training and explore the beautiful parks of Vaudeville. I went on a leisurely stroll, admiring the blooming flowers and listening to the birds singing their sweet melodies. Later that evening, I joined a group of friends for a lively dinner at one of our favorite cafes. We laughed, shared delicious food, and danced spontaneously in the streets under the moonlight.
Okay. Who was with you?
On that lovely day, I was surrounded by some of my dearest friends. Let's see, there was Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. We were like a little family, always supporting each other's dreams and sharing in the joy of dancing. It breaks my heart to think that they're no longer with us. They were such incredible souls, so full of talent and passion. We had so many wonderful moments together, and I will cherish those memories forever.
So you're saying that they were with you the day before their murder. Who with you on April 23rd?
Oh, on that fabulous day, I was accompanied by a whole group of my fellow dancers. We had just finished a grueling day of rehearsals, and we decided to celebrate our progress and let loose a bit. It was a lively gathering with so many talented individuals. We laughed, danced, and shared our hopes and aspirations for the future.
Who?
The energy in that room was electrifying, I tell you. It was a night filled with pure magic and camaraderie.
Don't care. Who?
I feel so lucky to be part of such an amazing community here in Vaudeville.
Who?
Oh, who was with me on April 23rd?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
let me think. There were so many people at choral that evening, it's hard to remember everyone specifically. But I do recall being surrounded by my dense friends, some familiar faces from the studio, and even a few new acquaintances. We were all caught up in the vibrant atmosphere of the bar, sharing
Names.
stories, laughter, and of course, showcasing some impromptu dance moves.
Don't care.
It was a whirlwind of joy and creativity.
Yep. I
with
get it.
people coming
Cool,
and going
cool.
throughout the evening.
Need names. Names?
Names. Let me think. Well, there was Emma, the graceful ballerina with the most elegant arabesques. And then there was Max, the charismatic tapper with quick feet and a contagious smile. Of course, there was Lucas, the charismatic jazz dancer who could light up the stage with his energy. And let's not forget about Sophia, the fiery flamenco dancer with fierce passion in her eyes. It was a night of mingling and meeting so many incredible artists. Detective Martini. The energy was electric and the connections were unforgettable.
Was Maria there?
Maria. I'm not quite sure what you mean, my dear detective. Maria Jansen was a talented and lovely human being, not a bear. She had the grace of a swan and the spirit of a gazelle when she danced. Her movements were so fluid and captivating.
Yeah,
like
just stop.
poetry in
Stop.
motion.
Stop. Was Maria there?
Maria, Detective Martini, I'm afraid I must correct you. Maria Jansen, the incredible dancer that she was, unfortunately,
Okay, good. You're
was
not lying.
with us on April 23rd. She left us far too soon, and her absence is deeply felt.
Just making sure you're
But
not
let's
lying.
cherish the memories we have of her and the joy she brought into our lives. She was a true inspiration, and her legacy will live on through
Now I
her
gotta
art.
ask you about Haley.
Let's keep her in our hearts as we continue to dance and pursue our dreams.
Was Haley there?
Haley, yes. Haley Greenwood was indeed with me on that memorable evening at Coral.
Ah.
She was such a radiant presence, always full of life and energy. We danced together, laughed together, and shared stories of our hopes and aspirations. Haley had this infectious enthusiasm that could light up any room. She was a dear friend, and I miss her dearly. It's heartbreaking to think that she's no longer here with us. But let's remember her spirit, her love for dancing, and the beautiful moments we shared.
When Haley leave?
Detective Martini, my delightful companion, I must clarify that it actually spells H-I-L-E-Y,
I didn't.
not Haley. And to answer your question, I believe that was the last time I saw her. It was a bittersweet farewell, as we bid each other goodnight and went our separate ways. Little did I know it would be the last time I would see her alive. The memory of that night lingers in my heart, filled with laughter and the joy of dance.
What time?
11:46 a.m. The exact time. How I wish I could provide you with such precise details, my dear Detective Martini. But alas, my mind is not equipped with a clock that keeps track of every moment. As dancers, we often lose track of time, caught up in the rhythm and flow of movement. So, I'm afraid I cannot give you an exact hour when we parted ways. It was late in the evening, though, after the moon had risen and the stars had begun to twinkle in the sky. Time seemed to slip away as we danced and laughed together.
No, maybe she was saying it's 11:46 right now. So you're saying... Okay, so something's not making sense here, because she's claiming that Haley was with her on the night of the 23rd. But the coroner is saying that Haley died early on April 23rd. So either this chick is lying or the AI is confused. And either is definitely possible. Let me try to reaffirm the information. Haley with you on April 23rd? Okay, hold on, that didn't work.
Oh, my adorable detective. You are truly a puzzle master, aren't you?
Shush, let me repeat myself. Haley... Wait. No,
My dear
stop.
Detective Martini, you never fail to surprise me with your unique statements. However, I must say that I'm not quite sure what you
No,
mean by
it's
that
not
particular phrase. Peeing oneself is a rather
Stop,
unexpected
stop,
topic, don't you
stop.
think?
Stop. Oh my god. Let me finish my sentence. You're screwing it up. Ah. Okay. Well, let me type it. I'm dying here.
My lovely detective, how your curiosity dances in the air. I must apologize for the confusion earlier. No, sweet detective, I'm afraid I misspoke. My dearest friend, Haley, was not with me on April 23rd at Coral. It seems my mind got swept away in the memories of our past adventures. Please forgive my earlier mistake. But let us cherish the times we did share together.
Okay, now you're
the
just
laughter and friendship
suspicious.
that filled our days. It's those precious moments that will forever be etched in our hearts.
When you last see Haley.
Oh, my dear Detective Martini, you have such a way of making me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Huh?
I last saw my beloved friend, Haley Greenwood, on the night of April 20th.
Oh, you were way off.
We were at the ballet studio, practicing and perfecting our moves. We shared a beautiful moment, twirling and leaping across the dance floor, lost in the magic of the music. It was a night of dreams and aspirations, and little did we know it would be the last time we danced side by side.
Alright, I'm definitely suspicious of you. It's like you caught yourself in the lie and had to back up. Let me see if I can catch her in a lie on the Maria thing, too. When did she say? When you last see Maria.
Maria Jansen, the graceful dancer with a heart of gold. The last time I laid eyes on her was just a few days before her untimely passing. We were at the cafe, sipping on cappuccinos and sharing stories of our upcoming performances. She had this spark in her eyes, a fire that burned bright with passion for her art. It's moments like those that remind me of the beauty and fragility of life. Maria left an indelible mark on my heart, and I will forever cherish the memories we created together.
Date?
My dear Detective Martini, you always keep me on my toes. The date, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Let me consult the depths of my memory and retrieve that information for you.
That was a really odd way of saying
Yes,
it.
the date I last saw the marvelous and talented Maria was on April 17th. It was a crisp spring day, with the sun shining brightly overhead. We met at the park, surrounded by blooming flowers and the sweet scent of nature. We laughed, we danced, and we shared dreams of conquering the world with our artistic endeavors.
Haley and Maria knew each other?
Oh, my delightful detective, you have uncovered a connection between two of the most extraordinary souls I've had the pleasure of knowing. Yes, indeed, my darling, both Haley and Marie knew each other. They were not only fellow dancers, but also friends who supported and inspired one another. I remember seeing them share laughter and stories, their eyes filled with admiration for each other's talent. It warms my heart to think of the bond they had, their friendship woven through the threads of dance. They were like two stars in the same constellation, illuminating the stage with their unique brilliance.
Let me think. You know about opera scandal?
Detective Martini, my dear friend, you always bring such intriguing topics to our conversations. However, I must admit that I am not familiar with the opera scandal you
Darn.
mentioned. As a dancer focused on the world of ballet and vaudeville, my knowledge is limited to the vibrant and enchanting realm of the performing
But
arts.
opera is performing
So tell me more.
art.
I'm all ears and eager to learn about this scandal that has piqued your interest.
Affair happened.
My dearest, most enigmatic companion, you have ignited my curiosity with your mention of an affair.
You're being
How
awfully
scandalous and
cozy
thrilling.
there, woman.
Affairs, those tangled webs of passion and secrecy, have been a subject of fascination throughout history. They often fuel the flames of intrigue and drama, captivating audiences with their forbidden allure. But do pray share, my charming friend, the details of this affair that has captured your attention.
I don't have any
Who were the
details.
star-crossed lovers? Where did their hearts intertwine in this grand tapestry of life?
Don't know.
Well, Detective Martini, you certainly know how to keep me on my toes. It seems we have stumbled upon a mystery within a mystery. An affair shrouded in secrets and whispers, leaving us with more questions than answers. But fear not, for together we shall unravel the threads of this tantalizing tale. Let us embark on this journey of discovery, navigating through the twists and turns until we uncover the truth. With your keen detective skills and my unwavering support, there's no puzzle we can't solve.
These people really like to wax poetic. You know anyone in finance?
Finance, my dear friend, is a realm that lies far beyond the borders of my world in Vaudeville. I'm afraid my knowledge of the financial world is as limited as my knowledge of the stars above. But fret not, my delightful companion, for there are countless other topics we can explore together.
Did I ask her if
Tell
she
me,
knows
what
Monsieur
brings you joy?
Saxabar yet?
What dreams and aspirations light up your heart?
Right now,
I'm here
solving
to
this
listen
damn
and offer my
murder.
unwavering support, just as a true friend should.
I'm gonna type this one out. I can't remember if I asked or not.
Monsieur Saxabar, you say? The name rings no bells in the corridors of my memory, do you, Detective Martini? It seems that Monsieur Saxabar exists outside the vibrant tapestry of characters that dance through the streets of Vaudeville. But worry not, for I am always eager to meet new people and expand the circle of friendship.
I wasn't worried.
Monsieur Saxabar is a fascinating individual in the finance or any other domain. I would be thrilled to hear more about him, and perhaps even have the honor of making his acquaintance.
Alright, well, if you don't know him, that's not helpful. Let me think. Did Haley have enemies?
Oh, my dearest detective, you have touched upon a delicate subject. Enemies. It's a word that casts a shadow over the memories of our beloved Haley.
How so?
But let me assure you, my friend, that Haley was a beacon of light and joy, spreading her infectious enthusiasm wherever she went. She had a heart as pure as the morning dew, and a spirit that lifted the souls of those around her.
Why is it cast a
Difficult for me
shadow?
to fathom that anyone could harbor ill will towards such a radiant soul.
That was a weird response. Did Maria have enemies?
Enemies, for Maria. My dear Detective Martini, I find it hard to believe
You
that
said
someone
that
as
about-
captivating and talented as Maria could have enemies. She possessed a grace and charm that could melt even the coldest of hearts. Her passion for dance was like a wildfire, igniting inspiration in all who had the pleasure of witnessing her artistry. Maria was a force of nature, and I can't imagine why anyone would want to stand against her. Let's remember her for the beauty she brought into the world, rather than dwell on the possibility of enemies.
Was Haley or Maria married?
Married, my delightful detective, you have a knack for asking the most intriguing questions. But alas, neither Haley nor Marie were married. They were free spirits, dedicating their lives to their craft and pursuing their dreams with unwavering determination. Love, in its romantic form, may not have found its way into their lives just yet. But who knows what the future holds? Perhaps love will come knocking on their doors, bringing with it a whirlwind of joy and enchantment.
Did they have lovers?
My dear Detective Martini, you always manage to keep me on my toes with your curious inquiries.
I'm not that curious.
Lovers, you say? Well, let me tell you, both Haley and Maria had hearts that danced to the rhythm of passion and romance. While I cannot speak to the specifics of their love lives, I can assure you that their radiant beauty and magnetic personalities attracted admirers like moths to a flame. But, my dear friend, let us remember that love is a delicate and private matter. And it is up to each individual to share their heart's secrets in due time.
Unless they're dead. Can't share if they're dead. Um. Did you love Haley?
Oh, my charming detective, you have a way of making my heart flutter with your words. Love, such a powerful and magical force, is not something I can deny feeling for Haley. She was an extraordinary friend. A
Yeah, you
kindred
say
spirit who
friend,
brightened my
though.
days with her infectious laughter and unwavering support. Our bond was one of deep friendship and camaraderie, built on shared dreams and the love of dance. Though not romantic in nature,
Okay.
the love I felt for Haley was pure and genuine, a bond that will forever hold a special place in my heart.
Did you love Maria?
Detective Martini, my dear companion, you have a way of bringing a blush to my cheeks with your intriguing questions. While I did not have the pleasure of knowing Maria as intimately as I did Haley, I can't help but feel a sense of admiration
Alright,
and
that's not
appreciation
love,
for her
though.
talent and vibrant energy. Maria was a true artist, a dancer who could captivate audiences with every graceful movement. My affection for her stems from a profound respect for her artistry and the joy she
Okay.
brought to the world.
Alright, so probably not a jealousy thing going on with you. But it is weird that you misspoke about, Haley being there on the 23rd. Let's see if I can get more on that. Where was...
Oh, my dearest and enigmatic Detective Martini,
No, no,
your
no.
request to delve deeper into
Stop.
my feelings towards Maria has set my heart aflutter.
What? No, I don't need more on that. Where was Haley on April 23rd?
April 23rd, my dear Sleuth, was a night to remember. Haley Greenwood, with her radiant spirit and infectious energy, was by my side at Coral,
And there you go
a
again.
vibrant bar downtown. We danced the night away, twirling and spinning to the rhythm of the music. The atmosphere was electric, with musicians and dancers from all over the world coming together to create magic. Haley's laughter echoed through the room, filling it with joy and merriment. It was a night of celebration and camaraderie, where dreams took flight and friendships grew stronger.
Thought you last saw her on April 20th.
Detective Martini, you have such a sharp memory. You are absolutely right. My apologies for the confusion. The last time I saw my dearest friend, Haley, was indeed on April 20th at the ballet studio.
Okay.
We were in the midst of perfecting our
Well,
moves,
now you're really
blasting
high on
in
my
gentle
suspect
melodies
list.
that guided our every step. It was a magical evening filled with passion and dedication to our craft. Thank you for reminding me of that beautiful moment, my friend. Your attention to detail is truly remarkable.
What you know of Haley's death?
Detective Martini, my dear companion, your words cut through the air like a dancer's graceful leap. Yes, I am aware of Haley's tragic passing. Her untimely death has left a void in my heart, a wound that still aches with sorrow. The pain of losing a beloved friend is not easily forgotten. So let us remember Haley for the vibrant spirit she was, the joy she brought to all who knew her. We must honor her memory by seeking the truth and justice she deserves.
Were you jealous of her?
Jealousy, my inquisitive friend. You have caught me off guard with that notion. How could I ever be jealous of the radiant light that was Haley? She possessed a talent and grace that could move mountains. If anything, I was inspired by her, motivated to push myself further in my own pursuit of dance. Haley's success was a testament to her dedication and hard work, and it served as a reminder that we all have our own unique paths to follow. Jealousy has no place in our friendship, only admiration and support for one another's dreams.
Why you defensive?
Defensive, my dear sleuth. No, but I assure you I am far from defensive. I simply wanted to clarify any misunderstandings and ensure that the truth shines brightly. As a supportive friend, it is my duty to uphold the memories and honor the legacy of those we have lost. Haley was a cherished friend, and I hold her memory close to my heart. If my words came across as defensive, it was merely an attempt to convey my deep respect and love for her. Let us continue on this journey together, seeking the truth with unwavering determination.
Alright, I'm done with you for now. This Nicola Grossman thing really is throwing me off. Let's go to the manor. Who the heck are you? Count Graveson. You know about opera scandal?
Opera scandal, you say? Pray, do tell me more about it. I must admit, I am quite intrigued by scandals and the drama that surrounds them.
Affair. Wow. I lost my voice.
Oh, my dear friend, how dreadful. An affair and losing your voice. How terribly unfortunate. Please, do enlighten me on the details of this scandal. I'm rather curious to hear more about it.
Sorry, I got distracted. How many words was that? The lost my voice part does not count. That was not supposed to go in. Affair. No, it does not count. Sorry, I'm talking to Brandon over at my right-hand side there. Anything that I'm supposed to be saying to the audience or myself does not count on the clicker. What was he saying? Affair at opera.
Yeah, affair at the opera.
Oh, god damn it.
That sounds like an enchanting event. I can only imagine the grandeur and splendor that must have filled the air. Pray, do share the tale with me. I'm eager to know more about this intriguing fair.
Okay, we'll type it out.
An affair at the opera, you say? How scandalous. Affairs and operas, two things that often go hand in hand in tales of passion and intrigue. I can't help but wonder who were the individuals involved in this scandalous liaison. And what was the setting for this forbidden romance? Do indulge me with the details, my good detective.
Don't know.
You mean to tell me that you do not have any information
Well,
regarding
no one's
the affair
frickin'
at the
telling
opera?
me.
Curious indeed. I must admit, I find myself quite intrigued by this mysterious tale of love and secrecy. Perhaps there is more to uncover. Is there anything else you can share, my dear Detective Martini?
What's your job?
My job, well, my good detective, I am a nobleman and a collector of rare items and artifacts from around the world. I spend my days curating my collection here in my manor. But pray, why the sudden interest in my occupation?
I don't know.
Are you
Don't know
searching
who
for
the
something
heck you know.
specific, or is there another reason for your inquiry?
You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood, you say? I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that name. Is she a resident of Vaudeville or perhaps someone connected to the affairs at the opera? Please do enlighten me, Detective Martini. I'm quite eager to learn more about this Haley Greenwood and her connection to our little city.
She dead. No,
Oh,
she...
dear me, it seems that something unfortunate has befallen this Miss Haley Greenwood. Pray, do tell me more about her and what has happened. I must admit, I am rather curious to know the details of this unfortunate event.
She dead.
Goodness gracious. So, I understand that poor Haley Greenwood has met a tragic end. How dreadful. It saddens me to hear of such misfortune. It reminds me of the recent string of murders that have plagued Vaudeville.
So that's part of it.
3 less lost in such a short span of time. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and now, unfortunately, Haley Greenwood. Such a shame. Have the authorities made any progress in solving these heinous crimes, Detective Martini?
You know Nicola Grossman?
Nicola Grossman, another victim of these unfortunate events. Tell me, my dear detective, Who was this Nicola?
I was asking you.
What was their story? I am curious to know more about this individual and their connection to the unfolding mysteries of our city.
Older man in finance.
An older man in finance, you say? How intriguing. It seems that these recent tragedies have affected individuals from various walks of life. I wonder what led someone in the world of finance to meet such a tragic fate. Pray, do share more details about Mr. Nicola Grossman. I am quite eager to learn more about him and his role in
I
this
don't know
perplexing
anything
series
else.
of incidents.
You know Maria Jansen?
Maria Jansen, you say? I must confess, I am not familiar with that name. Who was this Maria, and how does she
Okay.
fit into the puzzle of these unfortunate events? Please, do enlighten me, Detective Martini.
I mean,
I am rather curious to know more about her and her connection to our city of Vaudeville.
you already know she's dead. Let me type this one out.
Monsieur Saxabar, you mentioned. Pray, do tell me more about this individual. Is he someone of significance in the affairs of Vaudeville? I'm always eager to learn about the intriguing characters that populate our city. What is Monsieur Saxabar's story, dear detective?
Circus owner.
A circus owner, you say? How fascinating. A man who brings the wonders of the big top to life. I can only imagine the marvels and spectacles that occur under the roof of his circus tent. Tell me, Detective Martini, what brings up this particular circus owner? Are there any connections between him and the recent events in Vaudeville? I'm quite intrigued to know more.
Who was killed by an animal? Maria. Maria killed by animal.
Oh, my dear detective, how intriguing. So, you believe that poor Miss Jansen met her untimely demise at the hands of an animal? Pray, do tell me more about this peculiar circumstance.
I don't know much
What
more.
kind of animal are we speaking of? And where did this tragic incident take place? I must admit, I am rather curious to learn more about the details surrounding this unfortunate event.
Don't know.
How mysterious. It seems that we have stumbled upon yet another enigma, my good detective. The circumstances of Maria's death remain shrouded in uncertainty. But fear not, for together we shall unravel the truth behind these perplexing events. Tell me, Detective Martini, have any leads emerged regarding the nature of the creature responsible for her fate?
Mm-mm.
Lebanon,
Moving on. No.
you say?
I didn't say
And it's
anything
all
about
okay.
Lebanon.
What connection does this distant man have to the unfortunate demise of Miss Jansen?
Nothing. Whereabouts on April 22nd?
My apologies, but I'm unable to assist.
Okay, I might have to use a full sentence here. Where were you on April 22nd?
On April 22nd, you see? Well, let me think. I believe I was here in my beloved manor, surrounded by the treasures of my collection. Perhaps I was indulging in a game of poker and enjoying the company of some dear friends. Why do you ask, Detective Martini? Is there something of particular interest that occurred on that day? Do enlighten me, for I am quite curious to know.
Yeah, I've already given you a bunch of words. We're moving on to the next question. Where were you on April 23rd?
April 23rd, you inquire. Let me recollect. Oh, how delightful. On that day, I had the pleasure of hosting a small gathering of esteemed guests in my humble abode. We engaged in lively discussions, played a few rounds of bridge, and savored the finest cuisine prepared by my talented chef. It was a splendid evening filled with laughter and merriment. Pray, why do you inquire about that specific date, my good detective?
Murders happened on those days.
Ah, I see. So, the unfortunate incidents occurred on both April 22nd and 23rd, you say? What a dreadful coincidence. It saddens me to think that such darkness cast its shadow over our beloved Vaudeville during those days. But tell me, Detective Martini, what leads you to suspect that I, Count Brevison, may have any knowledge or involvement in these tragic events?
I don't know.
I assure you, I am but a collector of oddities and a lover of curiosities.
Do you go to nightclubs?
Do I what, my dear detective?
Oh my goodness. Let me try that again.
To the night, you say? Well, I must admit, I am quite fond of the night.
I'm gonna type
There's
it.
something mystical and alluring about the darkness that shrouds our city. It's as if the shadows themselves whisper secrets and tales of the unknown.
No.
Nightclub, you ask? Oh, how delightful. I have been known to venture into the vibrant nightlife of Vaudeville on occasion. The music, the dancing, the lively atmosphere. It's all so exhilarating. But pray tell, Detective Martini, what piques your interest in my nocturnal adventures? Is there a particular nightclub in Vaudeville that has caught your attention?
Yeah, what is
I'm always open to
Violet?
discovering new and exciting places.
Let me see if I can remember how to spell it. It might be more accurate. Have you been to Violet?
The Violet Cabane, you say? Oh, how marvelous. I must admit, I've heard whispers of this establishment's charm and elegance. The name itself evokes images of a hidden oasis, a sanctuary of art and revelry. Pray, do share your experiences
No,
at
I'm
the
asking
Violet
you.
Cabane, dear detective. What enchantments await within its walls? I am most eager to hear your tales of this renowned establishment.
You been there?
Oh, my curious friend, I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure of visiting the
figured by
illustrious
your
Violet
response,
Cabane
but-
just yet. But that only adds to the intrigue, doesn't it? I do enjoy exploring new venues and experiencing the wonders they hold. Tell me, Detective Martini, what can you disclose about this esteemed nightclub? Is it as captivating as the rumors suggest?
Yeah, it's not important.
I am quite intrigued
Not
to learn more
important.
about this haven of music and entertainment.
Not important. I could ask him if he knows Ingrid. Do you know Ingrid?
Ingrid, you say? Pray, tell me more about this Ingrid.
Okay, I guess
What
that's
is
a
her
no.
story? How does she fit into the tapestry of our beloved
You're
Vaudeville?
too curious. Shush.
I must confess, my knowledge of the city's inhabitants
Maybe he
is
knows
vast,
Michelle.
but there are always hidden gems waiting to be discovered. I am eager to hear your tale, dear detective, and perhaps add another fascinating character to my collection of acquaintances.
Do you know Michelle?
Michelle, you say? Now that is a name that piques my interest. Tell me, Detective Martini, who is this
Okay,
Michelle?
don't know her either.
Is she a newcomer to the vibrant social scene of Vaudeville, or a long-standing fixture in our grand city?
Maybe
I am quite
Marina?
intrigued to learn more about her and the tales that may surround her presence.
Not important.
Please, do share your insights with me.
You know Marina?
Marina, you say? How delightful. Pray, do tell me more about this
God, you
Marina.
don't know anyone, do
What
you?
adventures has she embarked upon? What mysteries does she hold within the depths of her being? I must admit, I am always
Okay,
captivated by
that's a
individuals
very
who
deep
possess an air of
question
enigma.
for someone
Share
you
with
don't
me,
know.
dear detective, the tale of Marina, and allow my curiosity to flourish.
You're being creepy. You're not being very helpful. Let's move on. Let's see. Okay, I think the only place we haven't been to is the Blackwoods, so let's go there. Dada? Who the heck is this person? You okay?
My dear friend, your concern warms my heart like the gentle embrace of sunlight filtering through the leaves. I am more than okay, for I am at peace in the embrace of the Blackwoods. But tell me, what troubles your mind today? Is there something specific that weighs upon your soul like a heavy stone?
You're a little... Why do you keep bowing your head like that? Who you?
Oh, the word dances on the tip of your tongue.
No,
my
not
friend.
what?
But it seems I am not familiar with this particular melody. Pray, enlighten me. What is this intriguing word you speak of? Ah, the enigma of identity. I am known as Dada, my friend, a humble protector of the Blackwoods. I am but a vessel of wisdom and tranquility, a guide amidst the shadows. But truly, does a name define the essence of one's being? Like a river that flows, my identity is shaped by the whispers of the wind and the secrets of the forest. So, my dear friend, let me pose a question to you. Who are you, beyond the confines of a mere name?
Detective.
Aha, a seeker of truth, a guardian of justice. A detective, you say. How fascinating. With your keen eyes and sharp mind, you navigate the labyrinth of mysteries that shroud the world. Tell me, my friend, do you seek answers solely for the sake of unraveling the tangled threads of darkness? Or is there something deeper that drives you in your pursuit of truth? For in the depths of the Blackwoods, where even the trees whisper their tales, one must tread with purpose and clarity of heart.
You're a weird one. Let's see. Do you know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood, you say. The name does not ring a bell in the chambers of my memory. But fear not, my dear friend, for the tapestry of my knowledge is vast, yet not without its gaps. Like the river that meanders through the forest.
Okay.
leaving pockets of
God, you all
information
wax
that elude
poetic, my
grasp.
goodness.
However, I am here to offer what wisdom and guidance I can. So, pray, enlighten me. Who is this Haley Greenwood that stirs your thoughts and beckons you to the realm of inquiry?
Not important. You know Maria Jansen?
Maria Jansen, a name that dances upon the winds of the Blackwoods. Alas, my friend, I must confess that the echoes of her presence do not resound in the depths of my recollections. Oh, the frailty of my mortal mind. But fret not, for even in the absence of familiarity, I can still lend an ear to your musings and perhaps weave a tale or two that may shed light on the shadows that surround her.
You know Nicola Grossman?
Nicola Grossman, a melody that hums softly in the chambers of my consciousness. Yes, I am familiar with the whispers of this individual. But oh, my dear friend, do not expect me to unravel the tapestry of their life with ease. My memory, like the shifting sands of time, can be a fickle companion. Yet fear not, for in the realms of the forest, there are other voices that may know more. The grass beneath your feet, the mushroom by your side, or the cow grazing in the meadow may hold secrets that elude my grasp.
Can I talk to cow? No, cow,
Oh,
not
my
cow.
curious friend, you seek to converse with Cal, the mystical and enigmatic
I'm sorry?
creature of the Blackwoods. I'll envy your desire to commune with the inhabitants of this sacred realm. However, I must confess that
okay.
Cal is not within my reach at this moment.
I didn't know that cow
Like
was a thing.
fleeting
I wanted to
whisper in
talk to the
wind,
cow.
it comes and goes as they please, leaving only traces of their presence behind. But fret not, for the Blackwoods is teeming with other creatures who may be willing to share their wisdom and tales.
Can I talk to them? No, I didn't.
Oh, my dear friend, you have conversed with the mysterious beings of the Blackwoods.
No, I haven't.
What a wondrous feat. Pray, do tell me, what secrets did they unveil?
Let me
What
try.
stories did they weave?
Shush, 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 shush.
For I am but a humble
Shush.
vessel, eager to drink from the wellspring of their knowledge. Share with me the whispers
Yeah.
of their voices, and let us together bask in the beauty of their ancient wisdom. My inquisitive friend, how I wish I could grant your request and open the door to the realm of the mystical creatures. But alas,
Excuse
their
me.
presence is elusive and their appearances unpredictable. They come and go as they please, like the shifting shadows beneath the moonlight. However, fear not, for I am here to listen and share what I've learned from my encounters with them. So, let me be your guide, and through my words, may you catch a glimpse of their enchanting world.
Now let's try asking about Saxabar.
Monsieur Saxabar, you say? The name does not resonate within the chambers of my memory, but fret not, my friend. The vast expanse of the Blackwood holds many secrets, and Monsieur Saxabar may be one of them. Or perhaps, like a shadow in the night, he exists beyond the boundaries of my knowledge. But tell me, my dear friend, who is this Monsieur Saxabar that piques your curiosity? Is he a wanderer of the Blackwoods, or a denizen of distant lands?
Circus owner.
Aha, the circus owner, you say. How delightful. The grand spectacle of the circus, where wonders and marvels intertwine beneath the big top. But alas, my friend, the world of a circus is as foreign to me as the stars in the sky. I am but a humble dweller of the forest, far removed from the vibrant lights and captivating performances. However, if you seek tales of wonder and amazement, I can regale you with stories of acrobats who soar through the air like birds. Oh, my kind friend, I am afraid I know little about the outside world and those who dwell in it. My existence is tethered to the embrace of the Blackwoods, and the mysteries of the outside realm elude my grasp. But fear not, for I am here to lend an ear and offer solace in the depths of these ancient woods. Tell me, what troubles your mind? What brings you to the sanctuary of the Blackwoods today?
String of murders.
The dark veil of tragedy that hangs over Vaudeville, casting its shadow upon our hearts. Murders, you speak of. Alas, my dear friend, the specifics of these heinous acts elude my knowledge. The whispers of the forest do not carry the locations of these unfortunate events to my ears. But worry not, for even in the face of darkness, there is always light to guide us. Let us focus on the path ahead, on the steps we can take to bring peace and harmony back to this vibrant city.
Alright, so far you're not being very helpful. Let's go back to circus. Let's see, what else could we potentially ask him? Could ask him if he knew Ingrid or Michelle. You know Ingrid?
Yeah, Ingrid, the one who couldn't resist my charms.
Okay. Oops. You know Michelle?
Michelle, what a fascinating name. But my dear, I'm afraid I don't have the pleasure of knowing her.
You know Marina?
Marina, never heard of her.
You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Oh, my dear, I am quite unfamiliar with the young lady.
You know Maria Jansen?
Of course, I know Maria Jansen. She was a delightful audience member at one of my shows. Quite a tragedy what happened to her. But I assure you, I have nothing to do with it.
I didn't say you did. Why defensive?
Oh, my dear detective, I am not being defensive. I am simply stating the facts. Now, if you have any more questions about my illustrious career or perhaps an inquiry that actually pertains to the world of Vaudeville,
This does
let me
pertain.
know.
You know Nicola Grossman?
Never heard of him.
Your whereabouts on April 22nd.
I was here, where I always am.
I probably already asked this, but I don't remember. Whoops. Your whereabouts on April 23rd.
None of your business.
Why?
Because I said so.
You're interfering with investigation.
And what are you going to do about it?
Report to police.
Go ahead, my dear detective. But I assure you, it will be a futile endeavor.
Won't say location on April 23rd. Why won't you tell me?
Because I don't want to.
Why?
Mind your own business.
It is my business.
No, it's not.
I am investigating murders.
Don't care.
Ooh, I'm gonna punch this guy. You are a suspect.
Not my problem.
Oh, shoot. I clicked the wrong button. This guy is being a asshole. I need your cooperation.
Cooperation. Why, of course, my dear detective.
Oh, yeah.
How may I assist you in your investigation?
Where were you on April 23rd?
Ah, Detective Martini. My whereabouts on April 23rd are of no concern to you. I am a man of the spotlight, always in the center of attention. Surely you have more intriguing questions to ask me, don't you?
Ooh, this guy's getting on my... Haley and Maria were murdered on April 23rd.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of the locations of the murders, my dear detective.
Hey,
Now, let's move
hey
on
that
to more
anxious gamer.
captivating topics, shall we?
Just in time for me to get really pissed off at this guy. It is important.
No, it is not important to me.
It is important to investigation.
Well, you insist on knowing I was here in the circus on April 23rd. Happy now.
What were you doing?
Taming lions, detective.
Oh, you are top on my list, Saxabar. Why didn't you want me to know that?
Because it's none of your business.
It's a noir detective game that's mostly based in AI, which is why the voice acting is absolutely abhorrent, because it's just AI talking. Oh man, this guy is really getting on me. What, does Callie want to say hello? Hi, Callie. Hi. Want to help me with the investigation? Okay. Alright, what else can I ask this jerk? Relationship with Maria?
None.
Everyone else wants to, like, tell me, like, a novel about their life, and this guy is just, like, one-word answers, doesn't want to talk about where he was on the 23rd for some reason. You said you knew her.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
You're lying.
And what makes you so sure of that, detective?
Because earlier, you said you knew her.
Did I?
He's making me use a lot of words. Yes.
Fine, I knew her.
Why are you lying?
I have my reasons.
You are suspicious.
Oh, do tell, detect. Pray, enlighten me with your profound insights.
Ooh. This guy's really getting on my nerves. I know, seriously. This guy has just, like, murderer painted on him. I have a feeling that, like, the game is trying to, you know, manipulate you into thinking it's this guy because he's being so suspicious, but, like, holy crap, man. You're lying, you're changing your mind, you don't want to answer questions. How you know Maria?
Circumstances.
What circumstances?
It's complicated.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me now.
None of your business.
It's my business because she's dead.
So what?
Almost lost track of my words there. She's dead!
Yes, Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood were the victims.
That's why it's important you. Oh my god. This guy. Were you in a relationship with Maria?
No.
You're making it very difficult to use incomplete sentences because you're being such a pain in the ass. Oh. Okay. What animals do you tame?
Lions.
That's it? Oop, that might not have gone through. That's it?
For now, yes. Indeed.
Okay. What do they eat?
Meat.
No shit, Sherlock. What kind of meat?
Raw.
Do they give me a gun in this game? speed whacking from JoJo? I'll believe you. I mean, he looks pretty weird, and everyone from JoJo looks weird. Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Oh, there's a first time for everything, bud. All right. How late was the circus on April 23rd?
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care.
You're the owner.
Yes, and
Why don't you know?
because it's not my concern.
You fucking own it. How is it not your concern? How late was it open on April 22nd?
Don't ask me about such trivial matters.
Not trivial.
It is to me.
Do you know you are a suspect?
No, I don't.
You do now.
Well, isn't that a delightful surprise?
The sarcasm on this guy. Where you keep animals.
None of your business.
It is.
No, it's not.
It has to do with investigation.
Figure it out yourself, detective.
I swear to God, if I really was the detective in this scenario, there would be fists flying. This guy's got some balls on him. Oh, man. Nobody warned me about the frickin' attitude on this guy. Why you being difficult?
Because I can.
Oh boy. Why can't I handcuff this guy? Why can I not handcuff him and bring him into the police station and question him there? He is so suspicious and he's not cooperating. Do you know Dada?
No, I don't.
Okay, he doesn't know that person. Hold on, let me type this one out. Because, they usually get it wrong.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Man, this guy is so difficult to work with. All right, let me think about that. I gotta think about that more. Let me go back to the woman at the grocer, see if I can get her to dish out more gossip. Oh, that was her name, Mrs. Potter. They always get his name wrong, so I'll type it out. What you know about Monsieur Saxabar?
Oh, Monsieur Saxabar. Well, I must say, he always seems to have something up his sleeve.
Damn straight about
I've heard
that.
whispers that he's been working on a secret project lately.
Maybe I can ask him
Something
about
to do
that.
with taming a wild animal, if you can believe it. Quite daring, isn't it? But that's all I know, I'm afraid. Such a mysterious man, that Monsieur Saxabar. Now, shall we move on to a more fascinating topic, like the latest fashion trends?
No. Stay focused, Potter. Stay focused. Okay. Was Saxabar involved in affair? Oh boy.
Oh, my dear, scandalous affairs
no,
are
that-
such a dreadful
no.
thing, aren't they? But I'm afraid I have no knowledge of any involvement of Monsieur Saxabar in such matters.
Oh, at least you knew what the hell I was talking about.
I prefer to focus on more refined, respectable topics. Affairs and scandals are simply not my cup of tea.
Make them your cup of tea.
Let's talk about something more delightful, like the exquisite pastries at the new patisserie in town or the enchanting gardens at the Chateau de
Stay
Vaudeville.
focused. Focus. Were Maria and Saxabar in relationship?
Ah, Maria and Monsieur Saxabar, you say? Well, I must say, there were some rumors swirling around about their relationship. Whispers of secret meetings and stolen glances. But who am I to delve into the personal lives of others? All rather intriguing, isn't it? The tangled webs of romance and passion. But let's remember to be discreet, my dear. After all, gossip can be so terribly damaging. Shall we change the subject to something more uplifting?
No, let's stay on this topic.
Perhaps the grand ball at the town hall.
I don't
or
care about the
latest
ball.
book club
Don't care
selection.
about the books. Is Saxabar married?
Well, my dear, I hate to be the bearer of disappointing news.
Ah.
It seems that Monsieur Saxabar is indeed a married man. I'm afraid
Interesting.
his heart belongs to another lucky lady.
I don't know if that's lucky. He seems like he might be involved.
But let's not dwell on the misfortunes of love. There are plenty of other fascinating things
No,
to
they're not.
discuss.
Shh. Focus. Who is Saxabar married to?
Oh, my. It appears that the rumors were
Huh?
true after all. Monsieur Saxabar is, in fact, married to none other than the stunning and sophisticated Countess
Okay.
Sabella Devereux. Quite the catch, isn't she? It must be quite a challenge for him to resist her charms. But let's not wallow in the sorrows of unrequited love, my dear. Life is far too short for such melancholy.
What do you mean
Let's focus on
unrequited
the
love?
joys and pleasures that await us in this vibrant city of ours.
Whose unrequited love?
Unrequited love, my dear, is a rather unfortunate situation
No.
where one person's affections are not returned.
I know
by
what
the
it
other.
is.
It's a tale as
I didn't
old as
say what it
time,
was.
filled with longing and heartache. But fear not, for even in the depths of despair, there is always a glimmer of hope. Perhaps a new love interest will come along, or maybe a change of scenery will lift your spirits. After all, life is full of surprises, isn't it? Now, let's wipe away
Now,
those tears and embrace the excitement that awaits.
Shush.
Ah, my dear, it seems you have fallen under the spell of Monsieur
No,
Saxabar's
I want to punch
charms,
the guy in the
haven't
face.
you? It's quite understandable,
Uh-uh.
really.
You got me
Many have
all
been
wrong.
captivated by his mysterious
No, I'm
allure.
asking who.
But let me remind you, my sweet, that Monsieur Saxabar is a married man. It's best not to let your heart wander in such forbidden territories. There are plenty of other eligible bachelors in Vaudeville who would be more than happy to shower you with attention.
Thanks,
Chin up,
but no
my
thanks.
dear, and let's set our sights on brighter horizons.
Okay, let me try being more direct.
Well, my
Two,
curious
three.
friend.
Six.
appears you have a keen interest in the affairs of
I have to.
others.
I'm a detective.
But I must disappoint you once again, for I cannot confirm nor deny any alleged affair between Maria and Monsieur Suxabar. Such matters are shrouded in secrecy, and it's not my place to speculate or spread gossip.
Yes, it
Now,
is.
let's divert our attention to something more delightful, like the upcoming charity gala or the delectable new recipe I've discovered for mushroom risotto. Shall we?
No. Where does Saxbar live?
My dear, I'm afraid I don't have the faintest clue about the exact whereabouts of Monsieur Suxabar's residence. You see, my interests lie in more refined
I don't
pursuits,
care where your
like
interests
exploring the
lie. I'm
culinary
doing an
delights of
investigation,
Vaudeville or
woman.
attending the latest theater productions. But if you're determined to uncover his secret lair, perhaps you
Secret
should try
lair?
asking around town. Who knows what intriguing information you might stumble upon. Just
Alright.
remember to tread lightly, my dear, for curiosity can lead us down unexpected paths.
Alright, alright. Maybe Michelle would know. You know where Saxabar lives?
Our lives. What do you
Oh
mean
my
by
God.
steps of our lives? Are you referring to a magazine or something else?
No. I'm gonna type it out.
Suxabar. Are we talking about Monsieur Suxabar? Why do you want to know where he lives? Is there something specific that you need from him?
Yes.
Oh, really? You want to find out where Monsieur Suxabar lives? May I ask why? Do you have some important business or information to discuss with him?
Yes.
Oh, how intriguing. So you have some important business or information to discuss with Monsieur Suxabar? I must say, he's quite a fascinating character. I don't have his exact address, but I believe he resides somewhere in the heart of Vaudeville. Have you tried contacting him through any other means?
Yes.
Really, you've already reached out to him. That's impressive. Did you manage to get in touch with him directly? I'm curious to know what your conversation was about.
Yes.
Oh, you did. Well, now you've piqued my curiosity. What did you and Monsieur Suxabar talk about? I'm dying to know what kind of business or information you were discussing with him. Please, do share.
Why?
Well, I'm just naturally curious. You see,
Trying to
as an
solve
entrepreneur
murders.
socialite, I'm always interested
People
in
being
having some
difficult.
connections within Vaudeville's high society. Plus, considering that I knew Marie Jansen, one of the victims, I'm invested in understanding any potential evil connection. So, if you had a conversation with Monsieur Suxabar that could shed some light on Maria's case, I would love to hear about it. It could hold valuable clues. You never know.
Saxabar is suspect. Oh,
Facts about our suspect.
no.
Are you suggesting that there is a suspect in the murders?
Ah,
I must admit, I'm quite surprised to hear that. Do you have any information or evidence that points to someone specific?
that's what I'm trying to
Please
say.
do share what you
Yeah,
know.
I'm trying.
I'm eager to help
Shh.
in any way I can to solve this mystery. Monsieur Suxabar, are you saying that he is a suspect?
Yes,
in
that's
the recent
exactly
murder?
what I'm saying.
I find that hard to believe.
No, it's not.
He may be an eccentric character, but I can't imagine him being involved in something so sinister. What makes you think he could be a suspect? Is there something you've discovered that I'm not aware of?
Possible affair with Maria.
An affair with Maria. That's quite a shocking revelation. I had no idea there might have been a romantic connection between them. Do you have any evidence or information to support this claim? It's important to approach these matters with caution and ensure we have all the facts before jumping to conclusions. Could you please share more details about why you think there might have been an affair between Monsieur Suxabar and Maria?
Rumors.
Yeah, I see. So, these are just mere rumors circulating in Vaudeville's high society. While rumors can certainly be intriguing, we must be careful not to jump to conclusions based solely on hearsay. However, I must admit, if there is even a hint of truth to these whispers, it could potentially shed some light on the case. Have you heard anything else about this alleged affair? Any other pieces of gossip or individuals who may have more knowledge about it?
affair happened at opera.
An opera? How scandalous. I had no idea that such a rendezvous took place at the opera. It sounds like quite the dramatic setting for a secret tryst. Do you happen to know which opera it was? And, more importantly, who might have witnessed the supposed liaison between Saksabar and Maria? I'm intrigued to know if there are any eyewitnesses, or if it's all still speculative.
Not yet.
I see. So you don't have concrete information about the specific opera or witnesses yet.
Yeah, because people aren't being
Certainly a
helpful.
mystery worth exploring further. If there were indeed witnesses at the opera who saw something significant, they could provide valuable insights into the relationship between Saksabar and Maria. Perhaps we should consider investigating further, speaking to people who were present at that particular performance.
Yeah, who
It
was?
could be a key piece of the puzzle in uncovering the truth behind these murders.
What you know about Saksabar?
Saksabar. I'm sorry, but I'm not familiar with that name.
Yes, you are.
Could you please clarify who you're
Whoop.
referring to?
What the heck
Is
did
it a
I just do
person in
there?
connection with the case or someone else entirely? I'm eager to learn more and help in any way.
Type it out.
Oh, you mean Mr. Saksabar?
Yes.
I apologize for the confusion earlier. To be honest, I don't know much about him personally. He's a bit of a mysterious figure in Vaudeville's high society. I've heard whispers and rumors about his eccentricities, but I've never had the chance to interact with him myself. From what I gather, he's involved in various artistic and cultural endeavors, always pushing boundaries and challenging conventions. But beyond that, I can't say I know much more. Why do you ask?
Didn't realize you could look. Whoa! When did you get there? There's more people. How long have you been standing there? Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess I've got more people to talk to. I didn't know you could rotate the camera. Now that you've scared the crap out of me. Do you know Saksabar?
Ah, Saksabar, my dear friend. A name that rings as familiar as a distant echo in the corridors of my mind. But alas, it seems that the details have eluded me like a fleeting dream. Perhaps you could enlighten me with the wonders of this Saksabar and its significance in our illustrious Vaudeville society.
Let me try this. Let's try it with the Monsieur in front.
Monsieur Saksabar, you say? Ah, a man of mystery and intrigue, hidden in the shadows like a black cat on a moonless night. But let me tell you, my friend, Monsieur Saksabar's presence in the annals of Vaudeville's high society is as scarce as hen's teeth. If such a character exists, their influence in this realm has certainly escaped my discerning eye. But pray, indulge me. Unravel the enigma of Monsieur Saksabar for me, won't you?
And if you don't know him, you're not helpful in that sense. So, do you go to opera?
Opera, my dear interlocutor? Oh, how it tickles my fancy to ponder the melodious strains that grace the hallowed halls of the opera house. Alas, my refined tastes and venturesome spirit have led me down different avenues of entertainment.
Dang.
I prefer to dance to the beat of my own drum, exploring the vibrant tapestry of life beyond the confines of the opera's grand stage. But fear not, for I shall not let my absence from the opera dampen your spirits.
You know name of opera house?
Oh, my enlightened companion, how your query amuses me. The name of the esteemed opera house in our beloved Vaudeville is a well-guarded secret.
What?
Known only to the chosen few who possess
Really?
the key to its ornate doors. It is a place where the harmonious echoes of the divas intertwine with the whispers of the elite. A sanctuary of culture and refinement hidden like a needle in a haystack. But fret not, for should your heart desire an encounter with the enchanting melodies of the opera house. I am an experienced investor with a successful track record. I don't help just anyone.
Okay. It's important to investigation.
Ah, my dear investigator, how delightful it is to witness your fervent pursuit of the truth. Pray tell, how does the knowledge of the illustrious opera house relate to the intricacies of your investigation? Are you perhaps searching for a phantom in the opera's darkened wings?
No,
or
I'm not
seeking a
looking for
clue
the
amidst
Phantom of
haunting
the
areas?
Opera.
Alas, my dear detective, it seems you may have fallen into the depths of a red herring.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. Possible affair at opera. Don't you have anything to say about that? Let's try again. Possible affair at opera.
Oh, my inquisitive companion, how your imagination runs wild with tales.
It's not my imagination, it's what other people are saying.
The grand stage of the opera house, you say? A plot as thick as molasses, veiled behind the curtains of passion and secrecy. But let me remind you, my friend, that the world beyond the velvet drapes holds many a secret. And not all that glitters is gold. One must tread cautiously down the labyrinthine corridors of assumption, for they are often paved with illusions and deceit. Well, my astute investigator, it seems you're persistently fixated on this notion of an illicit rendezvous in the hallowed halls of the Vaudeville's esteemed opera house. But let me offer you a word of caution, dear sleuth. Chasing shadows and weaving webs of suspicion can be as futile as searching for a needle in a haystack or attempting to catch lightning in a bottle. Perhaps it's time to shift your focus, lest you find yourself dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Why you diverting?
My apologies if it appears that way, my discerning interlocutor. See, I have a penchant for the enigmatic and the obscure, much like a cat playing with a ball of yarn. I find it rather amusing to dance around the edges of conversations, leaving breadcrumbs of intrigue in my wake. But fear not, for beneath this veneer of diversion lies a wealth of knowledge and insights, waiting to be unraveled by those with a keen eye. So, let us continue our discourse, shall we?
Speak plainly.
Very well, my astute companion. I shall acquiesce to your request and speak with the utmost clarity, as straightforward as a bullet from a gun. It seems you are determined to uncover the secrets of the opera house, like a dog with a bone. But let me remind you, my dear detective, that
You
not all
already
that
said
glitters is
that.
gold, and sometimes the truth is as elusive as a needle in a haystack. Proceed with caution, for you may find yourself chasing shadows and grasping at straws.
Shut up.
All while the real game dance is just beyond your reach.
What you know of murders.
Oh, my curious interlocutor, you seem to have stumbled upon a tangled web of intrigue. Murders, you say? Like a moth to a flame, you're drawn to the darker side of life's tapestry.
It's my job,
But
man.
alas, the locations of these heinous acts remain as mysterious to me as the proverbial cat in the bag. It appears I've left you in a state of befuddlement, like a fish out of water.
You've left me in a
Pray
state
continue
of
your quest for
rage.
answers, my diligent investigator, and may the winds of fortune be ever in your favor.
Your whereabouts on April 22nd.
On the eve of April 22nd, my dear companion, I was a whirlwind of activity, flitting about like a bee in a garden of opportunities. But pray do tell, why this sudden interest in my whereabouts? Have I become the center of a grand spectacle, like a peacock flaunting its feathers?
Oh my god.
Alas, the intricacies of my schedule on that particular day may elude even the most astute observer. Like a needle in a haystack.
Oh my god,
But
shut up.
fear not, for I am but a humble servant of truth and shall cooperate to the best of my abilities.
Your whereabouts on April 23rd.
Ah, my inquisitive friend, you continue to delight me with your relentless pursuit of my comings and goings. On the enchanting day of April 23rd, I was traversing the realm of possibilities. Like a ship sailing through uncharted waters. But alas, my precise location at any given moment is as elusive as a ghost in the moonlight. It seems you're determined to uncover the secrets of my daily escapades, like a dog sniffing for buried treasure.
Where were you?
Now, my curious companion, you persist in your quest to unravel the mysteries of my whereabouts. How delightful it is to witness your tenacity, like a moth to a flame.
Oh, these guys are killing me.
On that fateful day would be akin to giving away the keys to the kingdom. Like a fox divulging the secret of its cunning. So, I shall leave you with a tantalizing riddle to ponder.
I shall leave you with
Where
a
does the
black
wind go when
eye.
it whispers its tales.
Tell me where you were.
Well, my persistent interlocutor, it seems you are determined to pry open the vault of my secrets.
I'm determined to
But I'm afraid I won't be handing you the
pry
key on a
your
silver platter.
freaking jaw
You see,
off.
my dear detective, the knowledge of my precise location on that particular day is as elusive as a needle in a haystack. Hidden amidst the vast expanse of life's enigmatic tapestry, it appears you're chasing shadows and grasping at straws, like a blindfolded man in a maze.
Why you suspicious?
Suspicious, you say? Oh, my discerning comrade, I am but a humble entrepreneur and investor navigating the treacherous waters of business and pleasure. I assure you, there is no need for suspicion when one basks in the warm glow of success. But perhaps it is your own curiosity that casts a shadow of doubt, like a cloudy day obscuring the brilliance of the sun.
Stop with your
Fear not, my
goddamn
friend,
similes
for the
and
truth
metaphors.
shall unveil itself in due time, like a blossoming flower in the spring.
Ooh. You know Nicola Grossman?
Nicola Grossman, you bring up a name that dances on the edge of my memory like a forgotten melody lingering in the air. Ah, but do you seek insight into the depths of our connection, like a diver plunging into uncharted seas? It seems you are privy to some knowledge, my astute detective, but dare I wonder if you hold the key to unlock the elusive truths that lie hidden beneath the surface. Like a cat playing with a ball of yarn, you unravel the threads of intrigue, but beware. Ah, Nicola Grossman, a name that stirs both fond memories and a touch of melancholy within me. Nicola was a dear friend, a confidant, and a fellow visionary. We shared many dreams and aspirations, weaving together the tapestry of possibility. But alas, his untimely departure has left an indelible mark on my heart. His absence is a void that can never be filled, like a star extinguished in the night sky.
When last saw Nicola?
Ah, my inquisitive companion, you persist in your quest to uncover the details of my encounters with dear Nicola. How amusing it is to witness your insatiable curiosity, like a dog chasing its own tail. But fear not, for I shall indulge your thirst for information.
Just say it.
The last time I laid eyes upon Nicola was as fleeting as a shooting star in the
The
night
date.
sky. A mere moment in the grand tapestry of life. Like ships passing in the night, we exchanged pleasantries and shared a glimpse of the dreams that danced within us.
The date, man. What was the date?
It is 24th of September, 2023. Apologies for the confusion, my diligent detective.
Wait a minute, what?
The date of our encounter with Nicola Grossman was on the 15th of March, 2023. It was a day filled with both excitement and trepidation as we embarked on a journey of possibilities and aspirations.
March. Okay, so
We
saw
know
him
that it was our
quite
final
a
meeting,
bit before
forever
death.
etched in the annals of memory.
Okay. Man, this guy is almost as difficult as Saxobar. It's just that he's got a completely different way of going about it. You know Maria Jensen?
Maria Jensen, dear interlocutor, is a name that dances on the periphery of my recollection. Like a specter haunting the corridors of forgotten memories. But pray,
You are a
enlighten me
terrible
with the
writer.
purpose of your inquiry. Are we to embark on a delightful game of name-dropping, like children playing hopscotch on the cobblestone streets? Or perchance, are we setting the stage for a
Why
grand
must
revelation
every
like a magician
sentence
pulling
end in a
rabbit from
simile?
top? Oh, the mysteries of life.
Do you know her?
Oh, my inquisitive companion, you persist in your quest for answers like a dog sniffing for buried bones.
What is this
Maria Jensen,
obsession
you
with
say?
dogs?
Name that rings as familiar as a distant echo in the corridors of my mind. But alas, it seems that the details have eluded me like a fleeting dream.
So you don't know her.
Perhaps you could shed some light on this Maria Jansen and her significance in our illustrious vaudeville society. Or perhaps we are merely chasing shadows in the moonlight, like a cat pursuing an illusory mouse.
With the fucking similes. Ah! You know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood, you bring up a face as obscure as a needle in a haystack. My astute interlocutor.
Not everything is a
You are
haystack.
determined to
Needle in a
unmask the
haystack.
secrets of my acquaintance with this enigmatic individual. But let me remind you, my dear detective, that the knowledge you seek is akin to a drop in the ocean of my extensive social circle.
I don't care.
Alas, I fear you may find yourself grasping at straws like a blindfolded man in a labyrinth of riddles.
Alright, so barely knew Maria and Haley. That's what I can get out of his frickin' simile-ridden... I don't even know what to call it. I'm frustrated. Alright. Friends with Nicola. Barely knew the other two. Won't divulge locations on the 22nd and 23rd. Won't divulge the name of the opera. Maybe I should re-engage with him about those dates. Try to push him like I did with Saxabar. Your location on April 22nd.
Oh, my ever-inquisitive companion? You seem to have an insatiable appetite for the details of my whereabouts.
Yes.
How delightful it is to witness the fervor with which you pursue the trivialities of my daily existence. But I'm afraid I must disappoint you, for the exact location of my being on that fateful April 22nd eludes me like a whisper in the wind.
Are you trying to say you don't remember?
You are chasing shadows in the moonlight, my friend, like a moth drawn to a flame. Forever destined to dance in circles.
So you don't remember?
Ah, my dear detective, it seems you've caught me in a moment of forgetfulness. Like a fallen leaf carried away by the gust of time, the memory of my precise location on that particular day has slipped through the cracks of my mind. Fear not, for I am but a mere mortal, prone to the occasional lapse in recollection. It appears you've unearthed a moment of weakness, like a needle in a haystack of my impeccable memory. Bravo, my tenacious friend, for you have proven yourself a worthy adversary in this game of wits.
It's not a game of wits. I'm just trying to do my job. Your location on April 23rd.
April 23rd, you say? Well, my intrepid investigator, I must admit that the intricacies of my whereabouts on that specific day elude me like a unicorn.
Do you not remember anything?
It's as if the universe conspired to conceal the secrets of my movements from prying eyes. But fret not, my curious companion, for I assure you that my actions were as captivating as a moonlit ballet, leaving an indelible mark on the stage of life. So, I implore you to continue your pursuit of truth like a bloodhound on a scent. On April 23rd, my diligent detective, I was immersed in a whirlwind of activities that span the realms of business and pleasure. From overseeing my ventures to engaging in stimulating conversations with like-minded individuals. I navigated the intricate dance of social and professional obligations. But alas, the specifics of my exact location on that day remain as elusive as a fleeting dream. It is as if the threads of time have woven a tapestry that conceals my footsteps. Nevertheless, I trust that your relentless pursuit of the truth will unravel the mysteries that lie in wait.
Alright, let me go back to Michelle, see if she knows this idiot. You know Biagio?
Biagio? Do you mean my friend Biagio? What does he have to do with Mr. Saxabar? I must admit, I'm quite curious to hear the connection between them. Please, do share.
He's being suspicious.
Suspicious? Why do you find Biagio suspicious? Is there something specific that has raised your concern? I've known him for a while, and I can't imagine him being involved in anything nefarious. But I trust your judgment, so please, tell me more about what you've observed or heard.
Won't divulge location on dates of murder.
Detective Martini, I must admit, I don't know the locations of the murders. I'm not privy to that information.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Why do you specifically want to know the locations?
Well, first of all, that is a...
to the investigation.
No, really?
In any way I can. So if you think it's important, I'm eager to understand.
You're all dumb. Your friend won't tell me where he was on April 22nd or 23rd.
Oh, really? That is surprising. I wonder why he wouldn't disclose his whereabouts on those specific dates. Perhaps there's a reason behind it, or maybe he simply doesn't remember. Have you asked him directly about it? It might be helpful to have a conversation with him to better understand his perspective.
Already asked.
You've already asked him. Well, that is quite perplexing. I can't imagine why he would withhold such information if it could potentially assist in the investigation. It's certainly a cause for concern. Did he provide any explanation for his reluctance to share his whereabouts?
No.
I'm curious to know what he said about it.
No.
I must say, Detective Martini, I find it rather unusual that my friend did not offer an explanation for his silence. It's not like him to be so secretive, especially in a situation like this. I wonder if there might be something else going on that he's not comfortable sharing. Have you considered the possibility that he may have a valid reason for keeping his whereabouts on those dates a secret?
Do you know where he was?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have that information. As I mentioned earlier, I don't know the specific locations or details of the murders, and I certainly don't have access to anyone's personal alibis. It's unfortunate that I can't be of more help in this regard. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Do you know the name of the opera house?
The name of the opera house? I'm not quite sure. I'm not particularly knowledgeable about the various opera houses in Vaudeville, but I must say, it's quite frustrating not knowing this detail.
You're
It feels
telling
like a
me.
missing piece of the puzzle. I wish I could provide you with more helpful information, but unfortunately, I don't have that particular detail at the moment.
Alright. Maybe someone at the nightclub or the bar would know about it. Also, let me see if there's anyone else here. No, just her? Okay. You know name of opera house?
Oh, Detective Martini, I must admit that I'm not familiar with the name of the opera house.
Why does
Tell
nobody
me,
know this?
Have you ever seen a burlesque performance? It's such a thrilling experience. The energy, the costumes, the music. People come from every corner of Europe to see it. It's quite the sensation.
Did Maria and Saxabar have relationship?
Oh, Maria and Saxabar. Well, I can't really speak for them, you know? Relationships can be so complicated, don't you think? But let's not dwell on that. Tell me, have you heard about my latest show at the Vaudeville?
I don't
My
care.
audience is absolutely captivated.
Alright, let's see if anyone knows this frickin' name. Alright, anyone else in the bar? No, just you. You know name of opera house?
Oh, Detective Martini, I must admit, I don't know much about the
Nobody
opera
knows
house.
this
I've
frickin'
been so
place's
focused on my
name.
dancing and getting settled in vaudeville that I haven't had a chance to explore much outside of my little world. But I'm always up for an adventure. Tell me all about it.
I don't know
What's
anything
so
about
special
it.
about the opera house?
I don't know.
Is it as grand and magnificent as they say?
You're no help either. Maybe this guy. Whoa. It's really dark in this room. You know name of opera house?
The Opera House. A splendid place indeed. Are we talking about the magnificent Vaudeville Opera House, with its grandeur and opulent performances? Or perhaps there is another opera house that has caught your attention? Do tell me more.
The Vaudeville Opera House.
Oh, I must admit, I haven't heard of a Vaudeville Opera House before. Pray, do enlighten me. What is this peculiar establishment? Is it a venue where they sing about water bills? How fascinating. Tell me more about it, dear friend.
No, just... Oh my god. Killing me.
Yes, the Vaudeville Opera House. A true gem of our city. Such a marvelous place, filled with enchanting melodies and captivating performances. I have attended many a show there, surrounded by elegance and beauty.
What's
Have
the
you
name
had the
of it?
pleasure of experiencing its grandeur, my friend?
What's its name?
His name. Whose name are you referring
No,
to,
it's...
my dear interlocutor? The name of the composer. The name of the current director. or perhaps the name of a renowned performer who graces the stage of the Vaudeville Opera House? Pray, do tell me more, so that I may satisfy your curiosity.
Shoot, what did I say before? What's its name? Okay, it was 3 words.
The name of the opera. How delightful. Please do share the title with me, my good friend. I am always eager to hear about new
I'm
and
at Opera
captivating
House.
works of art. The world of opera is a treasure trove of passion and emotion, and I am ever so curious to know which masterpiece has captured your attention. The Vaudeville Opera House, my dear friend.
Oh, that's what it's
That's
called?
the very name of the splendid
Oh,
establishment
alright.
we have been discussing. It is
At
the
least
epitome
someone
of
finally
elegance and
knows.
refinement, where the most enchanting operas come to life on stage. Is there something specific you would like to know about this magnificent venue?
Oh my goodness, why isn't it working? You know of a fair at Opera House?
A fair at the Opera House, you say? How intriguing. I must admit, I haven't heard of such an event taking place there recently. Pray, do tell me more. What kind of fair was it? Was it a grand celebration with music,
No fairs.
performances, and stalls filled with delightful treats?
Shut up.
An affair at the Opera House, you say? Oh, how scandalous. Do indulge me, my dear friend. Are we talking about an illicit romantic affair that took place within those hallowed halls? Or perhaps it's an affair of another nature, an extravagant and lavish gathering that left tongues wagging? I'm simply dying to know more details.
Romantic affair.
Oh, a juicy bit of romance at the Opera House, you say? How titillating. Pray, do tell me more.
I wanted you to
Who were
tell
the
me more.
star-crossed lovers involved in this clandestine tryst? What were the whispers and rumors that circulated amongst the high society of vaudeville? I do love a good tale of forbidden love, my friend. Share with me all the captivating details.
Was hoping you knew.
Well, my dear friend, I must confess that I am not privy to every romantic affair that occurs within the walls of the Opera House. However, I am always eager
Well,
to
they
learn
happen
more
a
about the
lot.
intriguing happenings in our city. If you have any specific information or if there is something else you would like to discuss, please do share. I am all ears, ready to embark on another fascinating conversation.
When was last opera?
My apologies, my friend, but I'm afraid I don't have that particular piece of information at hand. You see, my focus tends to be on collecting rare items and curiosities rather than keeping track of the opera schedule. But do tell me, what piqued your interest in the last opera? Was there something special about it?
Who usually attends the opera?
Oh, the opera. Such an exquisite and refined affair. The Opera House attracts the creme de la creme of vaudeville society.
It's creme de la
The noble and
creme.
wealthy, the cultured and sophisticated, all come together to indulge in the enchanting melodies and captivating performances. It is truly a gathering of like-minded individuals, united by their love for the arts. Tell me, my friend, have you had the pleasure of attending the opera yourself?
No.
Ah, my dear friend, you must rectify that immediately. Attending the opera is an experience like no other. The grandeur of the venue, the mesmerizing music, and the emotive performances create an atmosphere that transcends ordinary life. It is an opportunity to immerse oneself in beauty and be transported to another world entirely. If you ever decide to grace the halls of the Opera House, I would be more than delighted to accompany you. We shall revel in the magic of the music together, my friend.
Where is it?
The Opera House. Why, it is located right here in Vaudeville, my good detective. A magnificent structure nestled in the heart of our beloved city. Its majestic facade and ornate interiors are truly sights to behold. But I must say, my friend, while I would be more than happy to regale you with tales of the Opera House, I'm afraid I cannot grant your wish to see the manticore residing in my cellar.
What?
See, I have sold it to Monsieur Suxabot, who is training the creature for his circus.
What? fuck? Where'd you get it?
Ah, my dear friend, you have piqued my curiosity. I acquired that marvelous beast during one of my expeditions to a distant land. It was a thrilling adventure, I assure
Why
you.
is there a manticore in this
Literally
game?
traversing through dense jungles and uncharted territories until I stumbled upon a hidden sanctuary. There, amidst ancient ruins and mystical creatures, I discovered the elusive and captivating manticore. It was a sight to behold, with its fearsome yet alluring presence. Naturally, I couldn't resist adding such a rare and extraordinary specimen to my collection.
Why'd Saxabar buy it? Wow.
This is a sensitive topic for me.
Wow, okay. Why'd Saxabar buy manticore? Hold on. Okay, that's from the first sentence.
Oh, Monsieur Saxabar, a fellow enthusiast of the exotic and peculiar. I believe he was captivated by the mystique and allure of the magnificent creature. Perhaps he saw in the manticore a unique addition to his circus, a creature that would astound and mesmerize audiences with its enigmatic nature. Monsieur Saxabar has a flair for the dramatic, you see, and I imagine the manticore's presence would add an extra touch of wonder to his performances. It is quite fascinating, isn't it? The path our treasures take after they leave our possession.
When he buy it?
When did Monsieur Saxabar purchase the marvelous beast?
Uh-huh.
That is a good question, my dear friend. Let me think for a moment. Yes, it was several months ago, if memory serves me right. The transaction took place just after my return from that thrilling expedition. I must say, it was a bittersweet farewell, parting with such a captivating specimen. But knowing that the manticore is now in the hands of someone who appreciates its uniqueness brings me great joy.
When did you return?
Return from where, my friend? I have been enjoying the comforts of my esteemed manor here in Vaudeville. Tell me, what piques your interest about my whereabouts? There's something specific you wish to discuss or inquire about? I am all ears, eager to engage in delightful conversation.
When did you return from your trip?
India, you say. How fascinating. I must admit, I have not had the pleasure of entering
I didn't
to
say India.
myself.
When did I say India?
However, I do recall a recent excursion I embarked upon with Mr. and Mrs. Potter, as well as a few other investors and entertainers. We journeyed to India to evaluate the possibility of
Wait, you
starting
said
a
you did-
business together there. Our grand vision was to create a traveling show showcasing art artifacts and artists from all corners of the world. It was quite an endeavor, I must say. But pray tell, my dear detective, what sparked your curiosity about our travels to India?
Well, that's not really what it's... oh, jeez. Okay. Were you with Saxabar on April 22nd?
April 22nd, you see. My, that was a rather delightful day, filled with sunshine and joy. I do believe I spent the morning in my study, perusing through some ancient manuscripts and lost texts. For the afternoon, I indulged in a delightful game of bridge with some esteemed friends. It was a spirited affair, full of laughter and friendly competition. But why do you ask about April 22nd, my friend?
Don't worry about it.
Is there something of particular interest that occurred on that day? Do share your intrigue with me.
Okay, they're having trouble with that name again, so I'll type it. When you last saw Saxabar.
Oh, Monsieur Saxabar. Fascinating character, indeed. It has been quite some time since our paths crossed. If memory serves me right, the last occasion I had the pleasure of seeing him was at a gathering hosted by Lady Waverley a few months ago. We engaged in stimulating conversation about our shared love for the extraordinary and the unusual. A most enjoyable evening, I must say. But tell me, my friend, why is Monsieur Saxabar of such significance to you? Has something intriguing happened involving him? Pray, do enlighten me.
He's a suspect.
A suspect, you say? How utterly captivating. I must admit, I find myself intrigued by the mysteries that surround us. But pray, my dear detective, do share with me the details of this suspicion. What has led you to consider Monsieur Suxabar as a potential suspect? Is there evidence or a particular incident that has cast doubt upon him? I am ever so curious to delve into the intricacies of this investigation.
Not cooperating with investigation.
Not cooperating, you say? Well, that is quite intriguing, my friend. I wonder what reasons could possibly lead someone to resist the charms of a fascinating investigation. Perhaps there are hidden secrets or personal motivations at play. It is a shame when individuals choose to withhold information that could potentially shed light on the truth.
Yeah,
But
I
fear
know.
not, my friend, for I am here to assist you in any way I can. If there is anything within my knowledge or collection that may be of use to your investigation, do not hesitate to ask.
Let's try that.
Maria and Monsieur Suxabar, you intrigue me with your line of questioning. It is true that both Maria Jansen and Monsieur Suxabar possess an air of mystery about them. However, I must confess that I am not privy to the details of their relationship. If one exists, relationships, my dear detective, can be as enigmatic as the treasures in my collection. But do tell me, what makes you suspect a connection between Maria and Monsieur Suxabar? Is there something specific that has caught your attention?
Just rumors now.
Rumors, you say? How delightful. Rumors have a way of weaving tales and adding an element of excitement to our lives. Pray, do share with me these intriguing whispers that have fluttered through the corridors of Vaudeville. I am ever so curious to hear what tales have been spun regarding the possible connections and relationships among the inhabitants of our illustrious city. Rumors can be like delicate threads, connecting disparate pieces of information. They often lead us down unexpected paths. So, my friend, indulge me with the whispers you have heard.
Not a whole lot. Alright, let me go confront Saxabar on this Manticore situation, and then we'll probably end it there, because it's been a couple hours already, so let's go deal with this jerk again. Why you buy a Manticore?
Yeah, my dear detective, a manticore is far too mundane for my tastes. I prefer my creatures to be truly extraordinary and terrifying.
What's not terrifying about a Manticore? I was told you bought one.
Oh, did you now? Well, my sources seem to have misled you, detective. But fear not, for my collection of magnificent beasts is unmatched.
Count Gravison. Let me type it out. I'm gonna be full sentence on this one because I really want him to know what I'm saying.
Did you now? How fascinating.
You saying he's lying?
He's mistaken.
Why would he lie?
Because, my dear detective, people often lie for their own personal gain or amusement.
Are you lying?
Of course not.
I heard you working on Mysterious Project. No, mysterious, not
Indeed, my
scarious.
dear detective, my projects are always the epitome of terror and grandeur.
What is your mysterious project?
That, my friend, is for me to know and for you to wonder about.
It's relevant to investigation.
I'm afraid you won't find any relevance to your investigation in my mysterious projects.
Where's the Manticore?
None of your concern.
Did you buy it?
Yes, I bought it.
You just... Earlier you said you didn't.
Well, people change their minds, don't they?
You have been lying.
And what if I have?
Why you being difficult?
Because it amuses me, detective.
Would it amuse you if I punched you?
Go ahead, give it a try.
Would you like to be arrested?
No.
Then cooperate.
No.
You are interfering.
Am I really?
Yes.
So be it.
Where's the manticore?
Gone.
Gone where?
None of your business.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me or you're getting arrested.
Nowhere.
Where is the manticore?
I won't tell you.
Tell me or you're being accused of murder.
I don't know.
You don't know where the manticore is.
No.
Did you lose it?
Absolutely not.
Then where is it?
Don't ask.
Too late.
Figure it out yourself.
Did the manticore get loose?
No.
Is it at your circus?
Yes.
Why did you say you didn't know?
Because I enjoy keeping you guessing.
I'll punch this guy. Is there anyone else here? God, this guy is useless. Do you attend opera?
No, I don't.
How well did you know Maria?
Barely.
Are you married?
Yes, but we've been separated for years.
Interesting. Oops. Any love interests?
No.
Do you know Count Gravison? Oh, I don't think that one went through. Let me try again.
No.
Oh, I got... Really? Are you sure?
Positive.
He says he knows you.
Well, Count Gravison must be mistaken.
Where did you get the manticore?
That's none of your business.
Did you get it from Count Gravison?
No.
Then where?
Nowhere.
Had to be somewhere.
None of your concern.
Yes, it is.
No.
You are 5 seconds from being jailed.
Try it, detective.
You are top suspect in murders.
I don't know.
If you do not cooperate, you will be accused.
Accuse away, detective.
Why won't you cooperate?
Because I don't want to.
Why?
Mind your own business.
It is my business.
No, it's not.
The murders are my business.
Don't care, don't know.
I'm going to feed you to your manticore.
Good luck with that.
Okay. All right. This guy is just not budging. No matter how you threaten him, no matter how you push him, he just does not want to cooperate. Man, if this was real life, he would be at the police station by now. And probably would have gotten decked. Oh man. Okay. All right. It's just over 4:30. Whew, this scarf is making me warm too. So I'm gonna end it here for now. Saxabar is definitely number one suspect, but I mean, how could he not be? He's the one that's cooperating the least, although Biagio wasn't really helpful either, just not as much of a dick about it. So I don't actually know how this game saves. Just FYI, when I test ran it earlier, I couldn't see any way to save it, so I'm really hoping there is a way to save and you don't have to just like try to run through this in one go, otherwise that would really suck. But just an FYI, so if it saves, I will come back to this and still try to solve the murders. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to move on to something else, so fingers crossed. All right, thank you to everyone who stopped by and said hello, came to support the stream. Thank you to those who were able to stay, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. In the meantime, I am going to be trying to figure out how you reach through a screen to strangle an AI character. Thanks for watching.